What's good? What's good, everybody, man? We back. We back. I'm back with some Lions talk for all of the people out there. Some football talk. It's been a lot of things going on with our nation. Lions fans are reeling every week that we lose a game, but we try to win games. But it's crazy out here. But I got my man King in the building with me. What's good, man?
What's good, man? What's good, everybody?
All right, so it is a few things that I want to touch on with this game. First, I want to talk about the game a little bit because I didn't. Guess what, y'all? I ain't watched the game. You know what I did? I said we gonna lose, but I'm a score watch. Every time I woke up, No, I saw the first drive because I was like, I remember every pass that Jared Goff made on that first drive. Before he completed it, I knew it was a pass because he was so open. I'm like, oh, Jared Goff got all this time completion, threw it to Hockenson, and got down the field. I'm like, okay, we got 7. Watch Green Bay get 7. They drop 7. I take a 30-minute nap, wake up, we up 14-7. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. And I'm like, watch Green Bay score again. They did. We up 17-14. I'm like, look, watch the Lions fall apart in the second half. I woke up, it was 35-14. I was like,
saw it coming from a mile away. After that first half, Twitter was buzzing. I'm like, I'm not.
Bro, I was like, no, second half, bro. I was like, second, because even with Stafford, how many times have we been leading Green Bay and then we losing the second half? So I was like, nah. I'm like, remember we beat them with Matty Patty, Trash Patty, but I think the last time we was in Lambeau when they cheated us, we lost like 22-20. We were leading at halftime.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, let's just wait. But the one thing about this season as a Lions fan that's ripping me apart, and Ken, you can chime in, we losing too many players. Like, we always lose players, but and I remember I was damn near pleading to the Lord for Jeff Okudah not to tear his Achilles. Because if you heard me the day before it was reported after the game, I'm on my man Speak Easy podcast. My man Carl, like, just please, Lord, just please don't, just please. Yeah. Because it's not about Okudah per se. It's about the fact that if he gets this injury and we drafted him 3rd overall, we just wasted a 3rd overall pick. And let me remind you something with the Lions. As bad as we are, we don't miss on top 3 picks. Stafford, Barry, Megatron, Bop, Sue, Bop. We don't miss. And if this is a miss, that's like a 4-year blow. That was a top 3 pick.
It sucks, man, because like I said, you just don't know how he's going to retire from Achilles injuries, bro. That is an injury. It depends on the person. It absolutely, some people can come back mega like Kevin Durant did, but some people just can't get right after Achilles tears, man. So it depends on how well that surgery goes. It depends on his body type, his healing factor. For a guy that only played 10 games for us, that absolutely sucks.
Yeah, and most people know I've been soft on Okudah, like when he ain't been playing well, because I'm way more friendly towards corners when they come to the Lions. Like, you playing for the Lions, bro. Like, right. I wasn't even gonna start to judge him harshly until probably later in the season if he was still playing bad, just because I'm like, bro, you're playing for the Lions. You were hurt last year. You don't have any help. Of course, he got cooked by people. But my thing is, when you play for our squad, you just need help. To be honest with you,
it just like I said, he don't even get the opportunity to have the luxury what some of the corners have that come in this league. We got rid of our veteran when he came in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who did this guy look up to as far as the defensive backs?
Rashawn Melvin.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, he didn't even get that just due. So it's just like, and then on top of that, only playing 10 games, man, it's hella disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a top 3 pick, that's hella disappointing. But especially on this defense, no pass rush, linebacker core is terrible. Everything is just pointing in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? When you're a young guy like Okudah trying to come in here and establish yourself, man. It's just
okay. So I'm not going to compare like Slay and Okudah talent-wise, but look at what Slay came into. Our 2013 roster, it wasn't good, but it wasn't the worst. Mm-hmm. And then in 2014, he had Sue, he had Levy, he had guys that could carry him. So once they left in 2015, he could break out on his own. Yeah. Okudah don't got none of that shit. Just imagine young Darius Slay was with this. It might have taken him 3 more years to get that good, if he even got that good. Right. And remember, he had what's my man? I loved him, Rasheem Mathis. I love him as a football player and what he represented for our team as a leader. He had Rasheem Mathis. He had Quandre Diggs. Like, he had dogs with him.
And it's a dangerous thing to play with, man, because the cornerback is one of those rare positions, man, that is literally like a lion, bro. If a lion has no confidence, it's over. And if you shatter his confidence, especially suffering an injury like that, man, it's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap, man.
This is my thing though. Like, even if he comes back and is solid, he wasn't supposed to be solid. He was supposed to be the guy of the guy. And that's more of my. It's like it's nothing to do with Okudah. It's just I'm kind of hurt, man. Like that's a 3rd overall pick. Like, I know we're not a good team, but we haven't had that many 3rd overall picks, whether you want to say that or not. It's just like, bro, that it just hurts. And then Melifonwu is like, why is this happening to us?
Man, was doing so good until that big play, man. And yeah.
And yeah, that's my main thing with this season. Like, usually the injuries pile up, but when you have a team that's lacking talent like us and that's young like ours, the injuries hit twice as hard. Like, I'm literally, it's been a while since I've been afraid for the team. When I mean afraid, is like, I don't want to watch on Sunday because I don't think we can stop anybody.
We can't.
It's nothing to do with our offense can score. It's just like, this reminds me of the 06, 05 years where we just couldn't stop anybody, and we would have a quarterback there managing the game and then throwing picks. So now.
Well, you right on point, because like I said, see, the only way we gonna win a game or 2 or 3 this season is if Jared Goff wins us that game, because our defense, we ain't stopping nobody. Looking at their schedule, we ain't stopping no. Only team that we may be able to slow down a little bit is maybe the Falcons, I guess. Maybe.
I mean, we could probably beat Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. I don't know about that, bro. Because like I said, I was watching that game.
I won't say we'll win, but they won't score a lot on us. They probably beat us on defense.
I honestly think Montgomery gonna run all over us, bro.
Montgomery, you saw how hard he was to stop when they played the Rams. The Rams couldn't even stop that boy.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So I know, damn well we ain't gonna be able to. So it's like, and that makes life easy for your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be tough. It's definitely gonna be tough. And then, like I said, Jared Goff, you got to tell the 2 stories, man. It's what everybody has been saying. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of the Lions fan base ain't familiar with Jared Goff because they're not watching no Rams games. You know what I'm saying? I watch all them Rams games in prime time over the years, man. Mm-hmm. I always skim through and watch highlights, everything. Jared Goff gave us the perfect example of his entire career, bro. This Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, bad decision making. I mean, it's
to me, no. I mean, you're right. Now before I don't want to toot my own horn, pat myself in the back, but I told y'all Lions fans, Jared Goff wasn't it. I told you he was above average quarterback on one of the greatest teams in history. And all of those wins that he got, he had Todd Gurley, he had Sean McVay, and he had Aaron Donald. Told y'all the greatest thing I ever seen from Jared Goff was in the playoff game against Dallas when he scrambled for a first down and they won. That's the greatest play I ever seen from him.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've never seen this dude be a difference maker. And when you're coming to our team,
and like I say, people
think about how good Matthew Stafford is. He couldn't do shit here.
Yeah. Oh, well, Jared Goff.
Think how good he is. He couldn't do nothing. You bring this dude in, and then you get rid of Kenny G. Then you get rid of Marvin Jones, and you think we gonna be good. I'm like, yo.
Well, Jared Goff went to a Super Bowl, bro.
Who gives a? That's all the Lions fans said. Jared Goff won a playoff game.
He went to the Super Bowl. They scored 3 points, bro, in the loss. 3 points.
3 points, bro. 3.
Like, come on, man.
3.
Like, it's not like, they make it seem like we just hate Jared Goff.
No, we don't. He's not a good quarterback. He's above average to average. And that's what we're just trying to get y'all to see.
Then the fan base just want to suck it up because he's their quarterback now. You know what I'm saying? But if he was on the Rams, they'd probably be talking all type of smack about him. You know what I'm saying?
Like they were last year. And that's my thing. Like King said, I'm a big fan of sports. Like I tell people all the time, I watch all sports. I'm the dude, if I have time, I'm watching water polo at the Olympics just because it's a sport and it's on. Yeah. So I watched, I would say 15 teams last year. I ain't gonna say I watched all the damn teams. I'm not gonna lie. But I watched a whole lot of fucking teams. And let me tell you something. I seen 4 Rams games last year. And I was like, oh no. I watched that Miami game that they lost to 2 in this first game. I'm like, what in the hell is this dude doing?
Like this. Anybody who watched Goff over the years know that Goff.
And I've been watching Goff. I've made videos like Jared Goff is not who you think he is. He's an overrated quarterback. Now, it
Right.
doesn't mean he's ain't good. Don't mean he can't make great plays. But you have to understand the hump it is playing for the Lions. You can't be good. You can't even be great. You can't be amazing. You have to be that, and your whole team got to be that. Like, people be like, well, if Brady was here and Aaron Rodgers was here, bro, fuck on. Aaron Rodgers started his career here, he wouldn't be in the league.
Right.
Brady would have broke his neck.
Yep.
Because we didn't have, like, Matthew Stafford got injured 3 years. That was a miracle with how much he was getting hit. So when I think about that, I circle all the way back, and I feel like the Lions tried to sell us a dream this year. We downgraded at damn near every position and tried to say, we gonna be good, y'all. And I was telling the fans, it's gonna be a rough year, and they would think I'm blaming. And I'm like, it's gonna be a rough year because of Jared Goff. And they would go, oh, you were blaming him? No, I'm not blaming him. I'm saying your team is bad. You gotta elevate. You got to elevate, and that's the thing. That's the quality he doesn't have. He's not a clutch quarterback. He's not the one that's going to – like, I swear I wanted to go live, King, when it was 41-33. I wanted to go live and say, this is why Jared Goff, not Matthew Stafford, because we not about to come back and win this shit. Yep. I'm like, we not coming back. I told them people – I got people calling me who bet on the 49ers, and we're like, bro, I'm about to lose my team. I'm like, bro, we not coming back. Don't worry, because he's not that type of quarterback. Jared Goff is a quarterback. You give him great things, he can go to a Super Bowl.
And then all this sympathy with the comparison drives me nuts too. Because Matthew Stafford defense 1 year. You know what I'm saying? 1 year is his entire time here. Where was all this sympathy then for him?
We went 11-5, by the way.
Yeah, we won 11-5 that year, and that was with a banged up good defense that we had. You know what I'm saying? Some of them guys was missing game time, so it's like Jared Goff lost us this last game. A lot of fans don't want to hear it. They want to just say it was the defense. Let me explain to you something.
No, I'll blame defense more for the first game.
Yeah,
even though Jared Goff didn't play that well, but he played so good in the second half.
Yeah,
defense lost us the first one, but this one, no.
This was Goff because the first we won the first half. You see what I'm saying? So it was attainable for us to win this game. We start turning the ball over because of Jared Goff. Of course, the defense is going to suffer if you giving Aaron Rodgers more possessions to destroy him.
Going against Aaron Rodgers, dog. Like, y'all know who we going against? I don't want to hear about no defense when we playing that dude.
Like, you put the ball in his hands against this defense, yes, he's going to score. But you can't go out there dropping snaps and doing in that fourth down play. Like, man, it's like,
but
man,
he did that as a Ram.
Yeah, right.
Like, I want Lions fans to know this is not no Jared Goff hate video. I just want y'all to understand something. When your team, look at the Baltimore Ravens. Oh my God, who we're about to face. Everyone knows Lamar Jackson is my second favorite quarterback in the league, and it has nothing to do with his play. It has everything to do with what he represents, and that's to my black people. Y'all know what I mean. He's a country boy that they don't like. I ain't going to get too deep in that, but the racism is real. So I support him wholeheartedly. Till this week, hope we whoop his ass. But besides that, look at his team. 15 people on IR. Only good receiver is Hollywood Brown. I don't know where the hell is Mark Andrews. Haven't heard of him this year. Look at his fucking team.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson is a difference maker. He's the dude that can come to the Lions, and we would have won both of them damn games. And that's what I'm talking about. When you have a team that lacks a talent, it becomes you have to depend on the quarterback more. And I was watching this Rams video talking about why they got rid of Stafford for Jared Goff. And he basically was saying this. Once they paid Jared Goff, the team got worse. So the quarterback had to be better because he had to carry more. His first 2 seasons, when they didn't have to pay him and they could build up those super teams, he was good. But once they had to put that money invested into him and losing talent, now they're like, bro, you can't carry us with the best defense of – that Ravens defense last year, by the stats, was the best defense since the 03 Ravens, bro. Only defense ever, #1 in scoring in total D. Yeah. Okay? And we know Aaron Donald got hurt. So, and that's what circles us back around to this. Like, I feel bad for Goff. How the fuck you gonna put him on the Lions, bro? Bro, you know he not gonna be able to do nothing. But this is my thing.
Dog.
I say Jared Goff is Ryan Tannehill who turned over the ball. And that's the problem. If he was Ryan Tannehill, we'll be all right. But he's led the league in turnover the last 3 seasons.
I don't understand how people just thought, okay, this Jared Goff, you know what I'm saying? You look at the team he just came from, you know what I'm saying? How that team is built, this coaching staff and everything. If he couldn't succeed over there, what makes you think he's just about to have some type of miraculous
Lions fans, they're Lions fans.
Like, dude, like it's the hopium, man. It's the delusion. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. He's a bridge quarterback. We talked about this in the beginning. He's a bridge quarterback. That's it. He's not our guy. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just trying to take shots at Jared Goff.
No.
It's not it.
No, this is more shots at y'all fucking fans. I'm going to just say it. Because y'all the ones that's doing this to Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Y'all the ones. Because I saw the look in his eyes. I think it was like the second drive after we scored in the 49ers game when Jared Goff was literally like, oh my God, it's so hard here. Because you could see every play. He's like, bro, I can't do nothing. Yeah. And like I saw it, and he literally was like getting off the ground, like, bro, I'm in Detroit now. And I remember when I tweeted, Jared Goff was so confident. This brother don't realize he played for Detroit. And he realized that first game, that's why he came back in the second half like, okay, I'm in Detroit. I'm going to have to throw this boy because ain't nothing going to happen for me the other way. And I just feel bad that our franchise subjects great players, good players, average players to this. And this is why I circle back to we now have a coaching staff that I think is more than adequate. I think I really love our coaching staff. I know some people have been criticizing them for small, minute mistakes. But when I look at what we built, I'm like, this is amazing. But you know what I don't like? We don't have no damn talent at all. We got Swift. We got Hockenson, who is the best player on the team. It's TJ Hockenson, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
And then we got a couple and people on defense, Tracy Walker. You know, Trey Flowers shows up on every blue moon. I don't know what happened to the Okora brothers. Everybody's hurt. Jamie Collins out here playing like me. Like, I don't know what's going on. Anzalone out here playing like a sixth grader. Oh. It is just like the same old Lions things and the same old problems. But my thing is, I feel like when you're trying to build something, you can't half-ass it. If you knew this team was going to be ass this year, to me, and we know how, like, there is no way I can undersell how phenomenal Penny Sewell is. He's everything they said he was. But if you're going to build this team like you said you were going to build it, you should have just drafted a quarterback. Now you have to hope next year's quarterbacks are good or the quarterbacks after that year were good. And this is my thing. I like betting on short things. I knew Justin Fields was going to be solid. I like Lawrence. I like Zach Wilson. Even though they ain't playing well, I don't give a damn. I still like them. I'll rather bet on the short thing. If I know they're going to at least be solid, I'll rather bet on that and then trying to hope a quarterback is good, bro. Because you can always get a good offensive lineman. Always. And that was my thing. So now, next year, we're going to have to hope. I compare this to the year that Lamar Jackson came out. All them good quarterbacks. Next year, good quarterbacks came out. Were they good as Lamar, though? Even Baker, who I wasn't high. Were they good as Josh Allen, though? No. And to me, that's the small difference because when it comes to winning championships, Jared Goff against Tom Brady. Jimmy G against Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need that guy.
And
if you don't have that guy, you're not gonna win nothing.
They're gonna have to go all. They're gonna have to go all defense, bro.
No, they have no. Now it's over. We gotta go all defense, which is why I'm saying.
These quarterbacks, all of these quarterbacks that I've seen need to pay for another year.
But that's my point, King. Wouldn't you be happy of us going off defense if we had Fields? Let that boy sit or whatever, and go all defense. Let's run it with Fields because the Bears did that with Trubisky.
Yeah. Yeah, and now, like I say, he got his starting job now. We get to see Fields week 4. You know what I'm saying? So if he is going to be a great quarterback.
You don't know how salty I'm going to be if I watch the Bears pass up on Deshaun Watson. And I thank the Lord every day for that, and then they get fucking Fields, and he turned out to be good. I would be sick because we missed the Deshaun Watson bullet. Like, when I tell you I was almost in tears when I thought the Bears was going to get that man, I'm like, please don't. Just don't get him. Don't get him because I knew what he was about. We all knew what he's about. And he's in the NFL. We know what he's about besides all the other stuff. The dude is great. And Justin Fields, I don't think nearly is as good, but I think Justin Fields is he's like a Dak Prescott level QB, and I think you can win with that. Dak has proven me wrong. I've been very low on Dak, but I keep watching. I'm like, no, Dak is a very good quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
And better than Jared Goff.
No.
Now we're at a state. And that's what I'm saying. If we would have just got the QB now, we wouldn't have to worry about getting the QB. Now we're going to have to wait another year.
Or if the Lions would have listened and got a QB.
Got a QB the year before.
Right. If we got one when we had one, we would be in this situation.
Right. I remember I didn't want to draft Justin Herbert. But if the Lions had drafted him, did you think I was going to be upset? No. Not too upset. I would only be upset because I would have think it was going to be a wasted pick. But if we knew Stafford wasn't going to be here, imagine we had fucking Justin Herbert. Imagine if instead of having Justin Herbert, we drafted Tristan Wirfs. Now we can draft Fields. Imagine instead of doing that, we just get Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that go, and this is not revisionist history to me because the Lions always doing this shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's, man. Like I said, man, we just need to go out here and kill this draft on defense, man, and start building that defense. Because Jared Goff, he's the type of guy, if he's going to be around, you just have to build everything for this dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, it's, for instance, Matthew Stafford over there with the Rams right now. You know what I'm saying? You look at how comfortable he looks. You know, he has a defense, obviously. He has a running game over there, something that we failed to get him for, let's say, 10 years.
Well, I mean, his running game ain't really that good right now.
Yeah, I mean, they are okay. They're serviceable, though, at least.
Jared Goff got the better running game and O-line. Ain't that funny?
No, I don't tell you the truth. I don't even believe he got the better running game. Looking at it, because, like I said, Swift is more a receiver. And like I said,
I'm just going about how this O-line be blocking and Jamal Williams and Swift, like them boys be blocking. Like the Rams do a lot of misdirection and bootlegs to get their shit.
Right. A lot of receivers running the ball too over there.
And Swift is better than any running back they got.
Yeah, he is. He really is. You know what I'm saying? And they finally, like that last game, they finally decided to put Sonny Michel in the game. And
I don't know why they waited so long. But no, I wanted to bring up that last game that the Rams had against the Colts. That game, Jared Goff loses because the last touchdown that they scored, there is no way Jared Goff would have. Because you remember, the Colts had just. If you was watching the game, not everybody was watching. I'm sorry, it's only 3 teams I watch. That's the Ravens because I just told you I love Lamar to death. That's the Lions. That's the Rams now. So I watched it. The Colts had just got a defensive touchdown. Stafford was like, "Bop, we got the lead."
Bam.
We got the lead.
Quickly,
defense hold me down and get a stop. And they did. Yep. But if you look at that game, Stafford didn't have no protection. He threw a pick. Like it was tough.
Yeah,
the Colts are no fun. The Colts, the same team that whooped our ass. That was the same team that whooped our ass last year.
Yeah,
my point is that's the difference between having a quarterback and not.
Yeah.
Because Jared Goff loses that game, no matter what talent is on the team. The Rams defensively, you know what I'm saying? It's early, but if Stafford wasn't playing as well, they could be 0-2.
And like I said, Jared Goff has had better rosters. You know what I'm saying?
Todd fucking Gurley, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like Stafford doesn't have.
He don't even got a running back.
He has a good roster. It's not a great roster. It's a good roster with some pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Now them boys got a great roster. The Bucks.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm talking about the Bucks. Yeah, but the Rams just have a good roster. You know what I'm saying?
Barnes, and I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, the running game is not some type of explosive backfield. You know what I'm saying? He's making Cooper Kupp look.
I said this a week ago. I was like, bro, I didn't know Cooper Kupp was a top 10 receiver. But I'm like, he going to be top 10 this year.
And that goes to the claiming. You know,
and that's, I'm not going to even give that credit to Stafford. This boy Cooper Kupp is wild.
Yeah, he
is. Is he a white Antonio Brown? This dude is amazing, bro.
You got it. Okay. When did Cooper Kupp come into the league?
I'll have to go look it up.
The reason why
all I know is he had 3 touchdowns last year. He got 3 right now.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of give that credit to Stafford because
he came into the league in 2017. He came into the league.
Yeah, 2017. Yeah, Jared Goff couldn't do it. Jared Goff wasn't making him look like that. You kind of got to give him that credit.
No, I mean, only reason I'm gonna give Kupp the credit is because of the shit he doing, bro. You see some of this shit? After the catch, bro.
But see the passes.
And he gets open. Like I don't know how this man always open, bro.
Yeah.
No, but Stafford is.
You know how he's
elevating. He's elevating him to the next level.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm talking about. I give him credit because when we was doing the film sessions, me and Mavi, you know what I'm saying? We was talking about it. the difference between Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford right now, you wondering why Cooper Kupp is getting so open. I did a review on that game after the game too, because the commentators were saying the same thing. Matthew Stafford was looking off defenders. That's what it was. That's the difference. That's one thing that Jared Goff just refuses to do. You know what I'm saying? For majority of the time, he just will not look off defenders, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he stares guys down. And like I said, he's always making the wrong read. To me, he is.
You know what I'm starting to think, man? This gonna sound funny. Maybe he's a confidence quarterback. Like, if his confidence is high, he will play the greatest game I've ever seen him play. Rams versus Chiefs. Guess what? The Rams only won because Pat's threw 6 picks. But when his confidence is high, the boy is gonna take you to a Super Bowl. But the moment you shake that confidence, it shatters into pieces. That's the difference. Look at Lamar Jackson. Boy threw 2 picks in the first and was like, I don't give a fuck. We win in this game. We seen Stafford do it. We seen Aaron Rodgers do it. We seen Tom Brady do it. We seen plenty of people do things like that. Jared Goff throw 2 picks in the first quarter, bro. Go home. And I know he probably has won a game where he's thrown 2 picks. I'm not going to ever say he hasn't won a game where he's thrown 2 picks in the first quarter. I'm pretty sure he has. Look at the team he had, though. Yeah. But it's like, you saw the first half. He came out. Oh, I got protection. Bop, bop, bop. Touchdown, Cephas. Next drive. Bop, bop. The moment the Packers.
Yep.
Oh, snap. Snap. I'm falling apart. Collins is gone. I heard they were trading. Yeah, they shopping Collins for a trade. We're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah, get that man out of here.
Please. But see, and it's like, what do we do? Do we turn into a running football team? Because as much as I don't believe in Jared Goff and I think this team is bad, I want to win games, bro. I want to win, bro.
Just know people, man. We just get prepared to watch them check downs all season.
Check down Charlie. I told you can't throw the ball downfield.
Check down Charlie, bro. I'm telling you, all season.
I'm just trying to be positive. It got to be some way we can get the best out of him, man. It got to be some way, bro.
You exactly right. That's G. Trade him for a bag of better made chips and Everfresh.
Hey, I'll take him for like a 4th or a 5th. Get a pick out of his ass. But we got my man Nomas J in the building. What's good, No?
What's good, G?
Yeah, we was just talking about the Lions and the state of things. And, I just had to come and talk to my Lions fans because I know y'all was wondering, why didn't J-Mo drop any off-season videos? Why ain't J-Mo been talking about the Lions? I knew we were going to be asked. Yeah. Like, I didn't have any passion to talk about this team because before the draft, I was like, let's see. After the draft, I was like, and then they signed Jared Goff to that extension. I was like, yeah, it's not gonna be it for us. 4-5 wins if we lucky, 7 if we amazing. It's not gonna be good. And then we lost Jeff Okudah. Like, y'all don't understand how much losing Jeff Okudah hurt me, bro. Y'all don't understand because it's what he represents. It's not even about him as a player, but it's what he represents. That's a huge blow.
Yeah, man. And whoever got wrenches, get this guy out of here. I know y'all see him.
Yeah, the thing about when it comes to Jared Goff, like I suspected that we weren't going to be doing a lot of deep passes like that anymore when we got him. Once I watched the film, I should say. But the thing I noticed is, man, like when I
might share that video that you sent, King, about Jared Goff and the Rams so they can see what I'm talking about because they showed how in certain situations Jared Goff was checking down when he had open receivers.
Yes.
It seems like he has this thing where he just don't want to make a mistake. Like he lets himself get flustered for no reason. And it's like,
and that's my biggest thing. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? To the naked eye when you're watching the game, you're not seeing all of that. That's why when we say certain stuff, we watch film clips, you know what I'm saying? So we see what's going on. This guy is throwing check downs when you got receivers open down the field. That's a confidence thing.
And he only throws receivers like when they Eli Productions just said man, I almost gave you a wrench for this shit. Mentally tough. That's what it is. And that was the main difference when we were watching the video about the Rams, where that's the main difference that they were talking about with Stafford. They're like, Stafford's good under pressure. He's great under blitz. He's mentally tough. He'll throw a ball that he has no business even thinking about throwing just because he's like, throw that bitch. Even if it's picky, like, I'm throwing that bitch. And that's the problem with Goff, bro. If you watch it, let me tell you something, bro. Just throw it. Because we're not going to win if you check it down, bro. If they pick it off, it don't matter if we suck anyway. Throw the ball.
You're right.
Throw the
You're right
ball.
about that. You're right about
Just
that.
throw the damn ball, bro. If we lose, it's okay. We not that good. I would rather lose 35-30 every game than that shit that we just saw last week. I'd rather lose, much like the 49ers. I was pretty happy about. I wasn't happy about losing, but I'm like, okay, y'all, maybe y'all can be a little bit better. And I knew we weren't going to go beat the Packers, but like, to me, one thing that I always liked about quarterback like Stafford and even Tony Romo, believe it or not, they didn't care if they were down by 40, bro. And 1 minute left, they still scoring touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's about mental toughness, it's about physical toughness. For example, Carson Wentz. You would say, why I bring him up? 2 ankle. I have no respect for Carson Wentz anymore. You know why? The man was on a bad ankle and went out the game. I done seen Stafford limp on his broken ankle and score touchdowns.
I said that exact same thing in my video.
Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all the game because we didn't win the game. It was the game against the Panthers. Score was 27-24. I will never forget. Stafford ankle got fucking destroyed in the fourth quarter, and he limped on that bitch and threw 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We lost because Darius Slay couldn't get the third down stop. Y'all remember that shit.
Yeah.
That's the difference. And when you gotta, like, when you have a good team, it's different. When you don't got a good team, you gotta have players to take you to the next level. You gotta have a Barry Sanders. You gotta have a Calvin Johnson. You gotta have a Darius Slay. Say whatever you want about Slay. Slay won us a lot of fucking games in the clutch. Respect that man.
You see his rating so far this season?
I don't know what it is.
Wish he was still here.
Oh, it's pretty high, just like it was last year.
Yeah.
I'll definitely wish you. I don't know, like, hey, King, don't get me mad, bro. Don't get me mad, because you don't understand. I was not happy about losing Slay, bro.
Go take a look at it, bro.
Man, it was losing Slay and then getting True Fight and drafting Okudah. I'm like, that was the stupid shit you just could have done. Like, really?
And it's crazy. Like I said, when I looked at that team, about 3 years ago when Patricia first took it over. When you think about it, all he had to do was come in and just add pieces to both sides of the ball. He didn't really have to bring nobody significant because the way the defense is set up, you had your safeties and Diz. You had your safety depth with Diz and Glover Quinn. Plus, you
Bob
had
Quinn, bro.
Then you had your cornerbacks. You had Jared Davis. You were just supposed to put a couple guys around him. Then you had Bron Frank right now. It was not that much to do. But now this coaching regime does have a lot more to do.
Oh, no, I'm going to tell you something. No, they have way more to do, but I wanted to save this to later. This is why I feel like the Lions are cursed. First of all, Elkai made me laugh. Golf mental turd is as tough as his 30 overall. This is the problem with our franchise. We get Bobby Lane. We win with him. We lose him. He says, all right, cursed. He goes win championships elsewhere. Fast forward to Barry Sanders. We got Barry Sanders. We win a playoff game. Our defense is historically bad. Our offensive line, the Lions are so unfortunate. I know a lot of younger fans don't remember, but I had to have older fans tell me. The Lions had in the Barry Sanders years, we had an elite offensive line. And guess what happened? One of them offensive linemen got paralyzed permanently. And the other two, something just as horrible happened to them. That can only happen to our team. And we lost our elite offensive line in like a week or two. Now, I know King probably remembers. And go back to now, after all of that, cycle, Joey Harrington, he was a 4th pick, not a 3 pick. Cycle, we get Stafford. Now let's see. We got Stafford, he gets hurt. We got Calvin Johnson. That's all good. We got a solid team with Caldwell, a coach that has the best winning record, whether you like them or not. Oh, let's get rid of him for the worst fucking coach we've ever had.
Instead of giving him a roster.
And I just
how
do you get rid of a coach after a winning season, bro?
Jim Caldwell.
Did you see his record in the division?
He also.
Bro, this current offensive line will kill. I would kill to see it with that D line in 2014.
Right. So going back, I'm just lining y'all up to why. Like, so you had Jim Caldwell. Like, he was an above average coach, but to me, he got the most out of our team. And my favorite thing about Caldwell, he won divisional games, bro. Like, we won some divisional games. We never had a chance to win it because of Caldwell. Was like,
we had a culture.
Yes.
We had a culture.
Yes, bro. When the Vikings came into town, when the Packers came into town, when the Bears came into town, and we was with Caldwell, they knew what the fuck was up. Every time.
We see you, John. We know. We getting. Trust me. You know, I get 1,000 alerts. I'm sitting here scrolling while we talk.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm saying that. So now you have a team. We don't have the quarterback. We don't have the defense. We don't have the talent, and now we got this great ass coaching staff, in my opinion. And my thing is, I sad to say the coaching staff is not going to last because by the time they develop the talent, they're going to get fired unless we draft a stud quarterback to take us to the next level. Because we're 1 year away from being 2 years away. And you're not going to get that long if we're losing games. Like, I'm starting to see the writing on the wall. I'm like, this coaching staff, they're going to develop. They're going to build culture. But it's going to get that 1 year where it's the make or break year. And it's not going to turn out well. Then we lose the coaching staff. And then we get all this great talent. Probably a new stud quarterback. And then we're going to have shitty coaching again. Now, of course, I don't want that to happen. But it's like, what did Nomas just say, bro? Bob Quinn, and I mean, when you look at how much stupid shit they did, Andre Diggs, one of the best safeties in the league, gone. Like, every time we had a good player, if he was just like, you know what, Bob Quinn, I like how your haircut look, dog. You gone, even if you Darrell Revis. It's like they destroyed the team. They kept destroying the team. And I feel like Stafford was like, bro, what the fuck is this shit, bro? That's what he was like. He was like, bro, what the fuck is this shit that I'm dealing with? He like, look, Lions, I want to leave, but if y'all let me leave, I understand. And they let him leave. And that's where we at now, man.
And,
the Lions over history, it's not even just in our era, man. Over history, just have had bad defenses, bro. And until they figure it out and understand that you have to at least have a good defense in order to be successful in this league, we're going to be in the same situation every single time, bro.
So that's what I was going to ask you, because I personally feel like you should build – I personally feel like the key to us winning the Super Bowl is building our team kind of like how the Chiefs did.
Now, listen, Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, even though I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but they did do us at least one good service.
O-line.
Not even just the O-line, the other pieces that you do have.
Hawkinson, who I told you I was going to be a fucking monster.
Right, and Swift.
Give me my respect.
They did do that. They did that.
But that's the thing. That's the thing that makes me mad. That's the only thing he was good at doing. The only thing he was good is getting Stafford help. Like, he could have got him Marvin Jones. He would have got him Anquan. Like, all he was doing, like, I can get the QB help.
Like I said,
nobody else.
Galladay's injuries over these past couple of years just been critical for us. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said,
Galladay.
We just didn't have.
Drafted Cephas.
Yeah,
I told King. I'm a thing. You don't know how much they tore me up about how I told them Cephas was gonna be a freaking stud.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, that dude's gonna be a problem. And I'm like, you know why? I'm like, because I'm watching this route running and I'm watching this catch.
Well, actually, I had to tell you that first, y'all.
But on the flip side of things, though, what they did the disservice, what they Stan Van Gundy does, was on the defense.
Yeah,
we're paying.
I'm gonna tell you where they
players, guys. You know what I'm saying? Not bringing nothing in here, getting rid of everybody,
getting rid of our good players.
They threw us into the darkness when it comes to the defense, bro. And that, Matthew Stafford, like say, we finna do all of this again. I don't got the energy. I'm ready to go. I gotta get the hell out of here, man.
That's why, like, I low key agree with Mobby a bit, where he was like, if Matthew Stafford stay here, I can't even respect him no more.
Yeah,
because it's like, bro, how much can you take before you realize I'm just not gonna win here at this moment? Maybe later down the road, but right now it's just not gonna happen.
It's the Lions seesaw effect that I be talking about. Good offense, bad defense.
But no, that's what I was saying. Right now, our coaching staff to me is the best we've ever had, bro.
Yeah.
Like, when you look at the resumes and you look at how these guys can build a team, like, we really killing it coaching staff wise. And we don't got no quarterback, no talent.
Y'all listen to what he said. The coaching staff, not just the head coach. The staff. We have some solid coaches on that sideline.
Yeah, I'm talking about all of the people that we brought in.
Yeah,
that's phenomenal. Man. Phenomenal. Like, I'm telling you, we had talent, the Lions would be a playoff team with this coaching staff. But my point is, I don't think we're going to get that talent. And by the time we get it, they might be gone because we're not winning.
And the thing about the defense, like what I was saying, Patricia, I don't know what they decided in 2019 when they started doing free agency, because to me, you kind of did 2018 somewhat right. You brought in some gadgets like Devon Kennard. You got them dudes for cheap deals, and they play really good.
Okora.
Why don't you continue to build it off that foundation, getting guys who were young, middle, like 25, 26 years old, looking to find different directions in their career where you could bring them on here, put them in the right position so they can succeed, and you could have built your defense that way.
You know what? First of all, make sure you guys like that video if you haven't already. I think Bob Quinn got the same problem that Jared Goff had. Whenever stuff got tough, he didn't know how to react. Like, for example, the Quandre situation. Oh, shit. Quandre is problems. What do I do? I'll just get rid of him. But the Slay situation when Patricia disrespected this man. Oh, shit. What do I do with Slay? You know, I'll just get True Fun and draft Okudah. Whenever it was a problem, he didn't know how to react to it. Unless it was an easy one. Oh, Stafford need a receiver. Just get the best receiver on the market and pay him. It's that easy. Get Marvin. Like, it wasn't hard to get Marvin Jones. You know, Devon Kennard was very great from Bob Quinn and Okora. But it was like every time it was a serious problem, he just didn't know how to react, and it ended up bad. And I know a lot of fans want to know why we talking about the old regime, because the old regime is why we dealing with this shit right now. And I just feel I'm so upset, man, because I really believe in this coaching staff, and it's just like they don't got nothing to work with, and they don't even got Jared Goff to work with.
Well, it was a reason, it's a reason why Dan Campbell was signed on for 6 years. So you know what I'm saying, he got time. We got time.
I pray that we keep this coaching staff.
Yeah, like I said,
I'm talking about like the next 4 years. I just have really good feeling about them, man.
But there's some bright spots though about this though, which y'all don't realize. Well, I know y'all realize it, but there's some bright spots I've been thinking about all last couple of days. The Lions are in a good position to do some major evaluation on all when it comes to the receivers, when it comes to the young linebackers that's on the team, when it comes to the DBs, especially because that's where we got a lot of young guys at and they injured up right now. You got a lot of chance to understand where you're going in the draft. We already know they need to go heavy defense in this draft. So when you think about it, this is actually good that they're fighting every game, trying to get better, because now we get a chance to see who we cutting from this team, which is a lot of old farts, and who we letting roll over. So at least they know that they do a training camp. You know what I'm saying? To see who
my thing is, it's not like I don't think the Lions are going to be better next year or the year after. My thing is, bro, I'm watching the league. Being better ain't good enough. You got Aaron Rodgers to deal with. Hopefully Tom Brady will fucking leave the league. You got Tom Brady to deal with. You got the Rams to deal with. You got Russell Wilson to deal with. You now got Kyler Murray to deal with. Guess who else you got to deal with? Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and even Josh Allen. So when you're trying to compete to win, you need a quarterback in this new era. Maybe in the old eras, you could win without one. But in this new era, you're not winning without a quarterback. Jared Goff just showed us that. Jimmy Garoppolo just showed us that. You're not going to win without a QB. He don't have to be the – put it like this. I'm going to put it – because I brought him up earlier. Your QB got to at least be good as Dak if you want to win, bro. He got to be Dak level or higher, or you're not going to win nothing. And I don't think Jared Goff is there. And my thing is the Lions better go get him. Because if they don't, once the coaching staff gets their talent, we're not going to be able to win the division. And once we get to the playoff, we're not going to be able to win a game because you're going to be going against Dak and Aaron Rodgers and Stafford and Kyler Murray. And I just named these guys. Tom Brady. Even Jameis Winston ass on that good-ass team he got. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the future. Because like I was saying, I feel like the way to build a championship team is the way the Chiefs did. Like I was going to ask you, King, if you think it should be defense-wise. But what the Chiefs did was basically they built up all their talent for years, kept Alex Smith, kept their franchise relevant in the flow, and was like, Andy Reid found Mahomes like, oh, I can get that guy. Let him sit. Put him on this team. And even when we got the 31st ranked defense, we still going to get to the AFC Championship game. That's how you win. You have to build your team and then get your quarterback. Buffalo did it.
There you
Buffalo
go.
did it.
There you go.
The Ravens did it.
I was just about to say, before you get the girl in the bed, man, you got to make sure the house clean. You know what I'm saying? And the house and the dinner is prepared and everything else. Because like I said, over the years, it's just been pieces of this, pieces of that, back and forth, seesaw. we need to build at least a complete roster. You know what I'm saying? At least be good on both sides of the ball. We got some guys. We got the offense is ready for you. You know what I'm saying? All you got to add is your dominant number one receiver, you know, stuff like that. The defense, we at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? We just started in this past draft. We were just starting. You know what I'm saying? You got to replace a lot of talent, bro, on the defense. You got to, I mean, from front to back. You know what I'm saying? We got a few guys here and there. Like I said, we drafted a few rookies. Fine. We got
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I ain't rocking with none of the players on our defense besides Melifon and Tracy Walker for real. Everybody else to me is just like, I ain't gonna say they're not. Like, I don't want to say bad things, but everybody else, who are they? Who are they? Besides the rookies that we drafted, the rookies that we drafted.
Yeah, rookies, right.
I mean,
besides them, like we got a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Trey Flowers is just a guy now.
Trey Flowers got to go. We know that. But, like, as far as the young guys that's been developing the last few years trying to get earn their spot, you got a couple guys, a couple of them got injured. So, what you got to hope they can get healthy. And, like I said, you have to go defense heavy next draft. You have to. It's
who we take, though? Who we take? Kayvon Thibodeau or are we taking Hutchinson?
We taking whoever the hell play good. That's
just take one of them and don't take some dude out of Alabama, some dude out of Arkansas or something.
If we take Kayvon from Oregon, man, he gonna have to put on a little bit of weight. He a little too small for my liking. He's strong, but he a little too small for my liking, man.
Dude.
He gonna be probably the top ranked edge rusher in this draft, but it's gonna be.
See, I'm not saying I don't like edge rusher, man. We need people in the back seven to me, for real.
Yeah. We done passed on linebackers for too long. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't had a good linebacker since Levy.
Yeah, right. We never go out.
I mean, I remember you posted it about Roquan. Roquan was too high. We couldn't have took him. He got drafted at 8. But Roquan, TJ Watt. I mean, there's been so many stud LBs that just came out.
Bush Simmons.
Isaiah Simmons. Where my Isaiah Simmons people at, bro? What did I tell y'all? That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to let it go. I told y'all we should have took him, but it's all – imagine if we had Isaiah Simmons right now.
Man, Parsons. We could have had him.
Right, it's just like the Lions don't want to draft linebackers. So
I mean, okay, the Parsons thing though, you already know we took with that. So
we took Sewell, but like I said, what's the point of taking Sewell if he ain't gonna be able to do nothing until year 5?
You took a left tackle. That's why I say you took a left tackle.
That's got Taylor Decker.
Yeah, you're trying to transfer to the right tackle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, what do you need in this league right now? You have to have linebackers. You have to.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like, how the hell do you expect to get over the hump? We have not taken any of these linebackers over the years, man.
And for the people, we got 22 people in the chat. Make sure you guys like the video.
Building up our capital too over the last couple years, because that could have been. We could have got Derek Burns probably right where we got him.
Like, I'm gonna tell y'all this: if we would just have drafted a stud linebacker the first 2 rounds the last 3 years, we'd be way better.
Yeah.
But
Lions Nation Unite in the chat.
What's good? What's up, everybody? How you doing? I said the same thing about Isaiah Simmons. The dude is man, he's a stud. I don't like players. Some players are unicorns, man. But this is the thing why maybe not everybody knows why we need linebackers in this league so much. But I'm gonna tell you why. All the quarterbacks can scramble, and it's a lot of misdirection. So a lot of these plays are happening in space. And who's covering people in space? The linebackers 90% of the time, unless you're bringing somebody in the box. So all of these plays is literally guarding Swift in space, guarding Cooper Kupp in space, guarding Tyreek Hill in space. Everything is spread out now. And the quarterbacks are so dynamic that they're creating space. So we have to have linebackers that can, get from point A to point B, eliminate the space, and also make plays and get turnovers. That's why I've been saying it for a while. Linebackers are like the most important unit in this league, and that's why I feel like the Rams are not going to be as dominant because that's their weakest unit.
That's their weakest spot.
It's the weakest unit. And so when you look at it like that, that's why some teams are just like, that's why the Buffalo Bills were so dominant on defense last year. Yeah. They linebacking core is insane.
You just
Jermaine Evans and them boys.
You have that. It's a tight ends league, man. It is. You have to have.
It's tight ends in space and misdirection.
Yes, man. Yes, you have to have that. Like we just have not had that over the years, and it drives me absolutely insane.
The best chance where the free for all was Isaiah Simmons, though. At the end of the day, that was your best.
My point is, you either take him or take an old lineman, bro. It ain't that deep, especially if you plan on taking an lineman in the future. It ain't that deep. Yeah, 49ers got great linebacker. You could say they got the best linebacker in the league in Warner. So, but like, and then that's the problem with our team. We just told you what we need to develop, and next year we'll be drafting all defensive tackles and cornerbacks. That's what the Lions do. That's what they do.
How much y'all want to bet? How much y'all want to bet the Patriots try to come and get Jamie Collins?
Oh my goodness! How much you want to bet he all of a sudden is good again? The Bucks showed us we need athletic linebacker. Well, but look at the Bucks. Who was that corner that had that great season for the Bucks when they on that Super Bowl run? He played in the box a whole lot, and that's where he was getting those picks. It's like nowadays, like that's why the Rams are better now, because if you saw the first two games, they had to start bringing Jalen Ramsey in the box because they didn't have no linebackers. They like, well, Ramsey's our best athlete, so we're gonna put him in the box so he can make plays. They did that way back. That's what they said Jabril Peppers could do way back. But now, when you a corner that is like Jalen, it's not many like Jalen Ramsey. We know that. But when you like that, they getting put in the box. Now, what is the corner? I can't think of his name. The dude's from the Jets. They're really good corner. Not corner, safety. He was a super stud from the Jets. I think he got traded. One of the best in the league. I cannot remember this dude's name. I'm telling you, if I tell you his name, I think he got traded. But that dude was like the best safety in the game, and they would put him in the box all the time. I think he played for the Jets. Yeah, he played for the Jets. What's this dude's name? They just traded him too. Jamal Adams. Yeah. That dude is what every defense wants. A dude that can cover all around in the field and just drop in the back box and be a nightmare. And guess what? Tracy Walker is our best version of that dude. And guess what? He's the only one that's okay on the back end, so he can't be in the box that much. That's why when you had Quandre Diggs, we was good because you could throw this man in the box or you could put him to cover. It's all good, man. We just having some fun with y'all Lions fans, man. Hey, make sure you guys like the videos. But I want Lions fans to understand we got to have a philosophy and a standard if we want to get better. Like, we can't sound like we have to bring up these old things. So, I feel like if we can convince the fan base what to do, maybe these GMs will listen, because I think that's the problem with the team. The fan base really don't know nothing about football. They don't know how to build teams, and they don't really know what the problem with our team is. Like, if I ask a random fan, they would just be like, the defense is bad. Okay, what about the defense? They'll probably say, we don't get a pass rush. Something simple. When reality, we don't got – I mean, yes, we need a pass rush, but we don't got nobody to cover anybody. Even if we get a pass rush, what happens when that quarterback get outside the pocket? Who's covering them? Exactly. And I've been talking about our linebacking core for the last 2 years. So I'm like, bro, yeah, we don't got a pass rush, but our secondary was the strongest unit. Keyword was. Let's get some linebackers, man. So you ask me who I want. I want the best linebacker on the board. I'm not gonna say I don't want a stud pass rusher. Who knows? That dude could be TJ Watt. I'm not gonna say that. We need freaking linebackers, bro. Yeah. The great thing about pass rushers like TJ Watt, you know what TJ Watt can do? He can drop in the box and cover. Like, I'm laughing because it's like, it's not that hard. The league has changed. You have to adapt.
That's everything.
That is my whole thing. It's like, what is it? Why is it so hard for y'all to just recognize what you need to do? Like, what is it, man? Like, literally, like, can I just come into the draft room just one time? So when you say something stupid, I can slap you back to reality, man. It's like, dude, it's
like when the Lions, right? If we were in the draft, the Lions was like, you taking Jeff Okudah? I'd be like, so let me ask you this. Is Jeff Okudah better than – and then I would have just named a bunch of corners. I'm like, okay, so how many years at Ohio State was he a beast? 1 year? And I would have been like, okay, so why are we getting a cornerback again? I would have been grilling Bob Quinn, because I don't even care if Jeff Okudah is a stud. That wasn't the right move. It wasn't the right move.
And then, like I said, as soon as the Lions do something like that, here come the fan base. Well, it was the right move because this, that, and the third. And no. No, they're gonna keep doing it if you don't make your voice be heard, man.
Exactly,
No,
man.
it was not the right move.
How do y'all think we got Penei Sewell? How do y'all think we got him? Because Lions fans was like, if you don't get a quarterback and this man pass, we ain't coming to a game, bro. That's literally what they were on. They were like, Penei Sewell, quarterback. Penei Sewell, quarterback.
J-Mo, read your last comment. Lions Nation.
How's Derek Brown doing?
No,
Herman Moore wants to know if he can jump in on the conversation on this video. 100%, man. We welcome anybody who wants to jump in and talk, because I really want to talk to Herman about these linebackers, because I've been watching a lot of games lately, and that Chiefs Ravens game, I was noticing how they couldn't cover Lamar, and I was just like, bro, the Chiefs linebackers are terrible. Like, it's like when you can't cover in space. Look at Kyler Murray. He doing whatever he want because can't nobody stop him. Like, yeah. I know they got amazing receivers. I mean, their receivers are all world.
Hey, who's a free agent coming up? Hey, linebacker.
Man, hey, go get TJ Watt if the Steelers don't want to pay him. How about that? We'll pay you.
They paid him.
No, I thought they didn't want to make him the highest paid player in the league. Because he wants to be the highest paid defensive player in the league.
Miles Jack available, man. We need to snatch him up.
Oh, Miles Jack. Oh, I love Miles Jack. So you want me to Ken, you want me to put the link? Where you want me to put the link?
Yeah, you don't have to send the link. You following Lions Unite on Twitter?
Yeah.
Personally message it on Twitter. That's how you can get it.
Okay.
Yeah,
we need to start looking at linebackers, man, because like I was talking about Okudah earlier. When Okudah does come back, who gonna help him? he needs some help, man. He can't just be out there by himself.
He's
put his ass in the box.
Wait, send me the link in the chat, King. I can't to the Twitter account.
I'm gonna give you the email. Just send it to this email if you can.
Roquan Smith, but no, we couldn't get Roquan. He, like I said, he got selected 8th overall, so we couldn't get him. Oh, y'all talking about like he's available? Go get him. He's a stud.
We asked real firepower.
All right, man. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just drop the link, and I just won't add anybody that joins. That's not Herman Moore. Like, I don't have to add you. Seriously, I'll just drop the link right here. That's for Herman. If you join and you're not Herman, I'm not adding you to the stream. So there we go. That link, the link is good. That should be good. Let me do another one, and then I'm gonna send him another one to the email. Let me copy this real quick.
By the way, if you guys don't know in the comments, I might as well just go ahead and announce it now. I will be a contributor to Team 84, which is right? So if you guys can, please download that app, man. It's for all of us content creators, even J-Mo, Nomis, There Goes Mombi. We all are on that app, man. It's an app that's built for you guys. So you guys definitely need to go download that and check that app out, man.
And I really love it because one thing that Detroit has been lacking is a community, and we've been trying to build it up for a while.
Yeah.
And that app is going to really take us to the next level, just building as a community so everybody can talk. Because like I said, I feel like if we can get in the Lions' head, maybe they can make some better moves. Like, it's just sometimes I just be like, why are y'all doing this to us?
I'll show you the app right now, Alfred.
Yeah.
This is in the Google Market.
Lions Unite. Yeah, it's on Google or Apple if you got an Apple. You got an iPhone, I mean.
That's what you're looking for.
Let me see. Yeah, and like, if we go off of what last week, what would you say was the moment we fell apart before Jared Goff turned over? Because I feel like it's deeper than that.
You think so, huh?
Because like I feel like it's like a momentum thing. I feel like the Packers was putting a type of pressure on us, and it you know what I'm saying? Once you got to live up to that certain standard, and you can't compete, you just fall by the wayside a little bit. So you thought we were absolutely?
I feel like the momentum was kind of shifting right before the half. I feel like we needed to score again, to be honest, right before the half. But like I said, we had an opportunity, to keep that score ahead of the Packers. We had that opportunity. That's the only way that we was going to be able to do anything because, you know, they got a few things here and there in the first half, but the defense was doing enough for us to be able to stay ahead of the Packers, man. Those fumbles killed us. They killed us, man. And it's not even like it was something that wasn't his fault. It was his fault. You know?
Check your Twitter messages, man. I sent it to him. Okay. No, it's just like it just hurts, man, because I felt like we were competing to a point where it became like a divisional game. You know what I'm saying? You know, once you get into divisional games, it's any given Sunday and things of that nature. But it's like once one little thing happened, everything fell apart. And I just want to know, how can we get the best out of Jared Goff? Because to me, I'm tired of losing. I don't want to lose, bro. And to me, the only way we're going to win is getting the best out of Jared Goff because our defense just doesn't have the talent to support us right now. And that's what the coaching staff should be like. Look, right now, our best player is C.J. Hawkinson. So how can we get Jared Goff to make this dude an all-pro as we win games? Because the best thing to help a defense is scoring points. Man, you know how many times we've seen bad defenses win games just because they were in the game? So
the situation, he actually got thrown the ball enough. Like he was open on the 4th and 1. You didn't go. He was the most open player there. You didn't read over there and say, "Hang on, let me give it to him."
I mean, it ain't no excuses for what he did, man. It's not no excuses, but I know it's gonna be a long season, but man, we got Lamar Jackson coming to town. I'm just like, man, what's the app all about? Can anyone join? Yes, anyone can join. It's an app. We just gonna.
App is built for you. It's built for the fans.
Right. Like a lot of people will be uploading content on there. I definitely upload some content. King will it gets us closer to the people with everybody. Because it's a lot of Lions fans around the world. But if we had one thing, I mean, I'm not saying everybody has to be in one place, but the closer the community can get, the better off we'll be. Of course, there'll be a lot of disagreements, but end of the day, we got to figure out a way to take this franchise to the next level. And I feel like the fans talking to is the only way. And you asked me that because if we can get these guys to get more Penny Sewells, you know what I'm saying, and not get Jelani Tavai. No offense, love you, Jelani. Maybe we'll be a little bit better off. And these guys know way more football than we've even thought about. I know that. But just because you're very good at something and you know a lot about something doesn't mean that somebody can't help you or, help you think outside the box a little. It's not about who knows more, who knows what. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what's going on around the league. It just doesn't take a rocket. I don't know why we won't conform to that, but you know what I'm saying?
So I put the link in the group message. I can't send that link because you're the host. It won't let me.
Okay, I'm gonna send the link. Let me see.
So yeah, man. Like I said, square one. That's where we at. Defense, man. This is a rebuild. A lot of fans just act like they just forgot that for some reason. I know it's just Lions fans. They're being fans. You want to see your team win. It sucks, but we all know what this is. This is not the season, man. We're not going out here. We're not going 10-7 like I've seen some people say. It's just crazy to me. We don't have the roster right now. We have to build this thing. I hate to be the one that always try to, preach patience, but you got to look at, for instance, what the Pistons just did. You know what I'm saying? What the Pistons just did. So you just got to give Brad Holmes an opportunity to build, man. Let him build you a roster that's ready for winning. We are not there yet. We don't have the pieces. On the offense, yeah, we do have some pieces. We don't have receiver number one still. Cephas right now is, but we don't have that guy on the receiving core right now. So yeah, we got Hawkinson, we got Swift, we got Williams, we got the offensive line. We're good. We got to start building this defense.
I love Jamal Williams, by the way. He's my favorite player on the team. Oh, my favorite new player on the team.
Man, that dude is hilarious.
Man, I love Jamal Williams, dog.
What a personality, man. What a personality.
But see, I had brought up the main reason we came back in the last game was 100% because Jamal Williams did not want to give up. Like, if you saw him out there on that drive that we scored, all that passion he had, like, he refused to give up. I'm talking about the 49ers game.
Oh, yeah.
This man refused to give up. He's like, bro, we just not, we not going to lose this game type of stuff. And it brought the whole team back to life. Really.
It did. What's going on, Kurt Steele? I see you in the comments.
I'm trying to. Oh, what's good, Kurt Steele? What's up, Kurt?
What's up, Kurt? You don't realize it's me.
Bro. It won't let me I don't know why it won't let me send this.
Yeah.
All
right, so
in that Twitter group.
So what?
That Lions Royalty group we got on Twitter.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, and I'm following them, but it won't pop up on my Twitter when I search the name.
That's it's Lions Pride, I thought.
Appreciate that, Mark. Say downloaded and logged in. Troy is too. That's what I'm talking about, fellas. Stay in the building. Yeah, man.
Okay, so Charles Harris has been really good. What y'all think about that?
For what he is, I mean, he's been back.
Yeah, I haven't heard his name in a bad way. That's good. That's always good. Man, I'm so. Oh, he's logging on. Okay, I'm so very interested to see them go ahead and make this trade with Jamie Collins, man.
Yeah,
like I said, and then the vibe, man. I just wasn't getting the number 8 vibe. Just looks weird to me. You know what I'm saying?
So I got a question. So I remember I was very upset about losing Mike Ford. How are we feeling about that now?
Upset still.
Because this is me. I'm a very simple person. You a good football player? Stay on the team. And I mean, I know the coaches probably thought some people were better and blah, 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 blah. Since he got in the league, Mike Ford has been nothing but a solid football player. Seriously. And now we short our corners. Who was it? I think my boy Andrew from DSA was like, man, I wish we had Mike Ford. Mike Ford responded with like, Denver is nice, bro.
That type of stuff hurt, man.
Oh, man. Like, it's just crazy sometimes. But because I know Lions fans want to know why we dwell on stuff like this. Because we could have fielded a better team than the one we fielded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe we could be more competitive because of that. Because now, I mean, our defense is I'm getting shades of, I don't even want to say Matt Patricia. That's how I'm getting shades of 04, 06. Like I'm getting shades of like when I didn't want to watch Lions games, bro.
Well, Angeloni, I can see that. Yeah.
Man, don't say that name.
Yeah, and I think our defense has given up the most points, 41 and 35.
Yeah,
I mean, well, no. Jared Goff had a pick 6.
Yeah.
So close enough. Yeah, King, I'm sorry I had to tell you them numbers. I'm sorry I had to tell you them numbers, man.
You know, like I said, I just don't want, people to think I'm negative, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a negative person when it comes to talking about Jared Goff, man. But
me neither. I told y'all this, man. No, if you had told me 2 years ago, J-Mo, what's the list of quarterbacks you've been studying? Jared Goff was literally on that list because the Rams were so good that I'm like, is he a good quarterback? Like, I had to go really check because I'm like, a great quarterback. Because I was like, I don't see the it factor with this dude. I just see a phenomenal team. And then once that Super Bowl happened, I was like, oh.
3 points.
Okay. 3 points. All right, hold on. I think we got Herman in the building. What's good, Herman Moore? Thank you for joining us, man.
Hey, what's good, man? Hey, it's all good, man. What's good, fellas?
Trying to talk about the reconstruction of this team.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's something.
We got some work to do.
So I wanted to ask you when I was talking about the linebackers and how like the league is like it's so much space that even when quarterbacks start to playmate, all the playmakers is in space. So you need linebackers, obviously D-backs to go sideline to sideline and like cover that space and make plays. The Lions really don't have that.
I mean, everybody's talking about Barnes, right? And they want to see what he did from the preseason. You know, you want to get this cat in and get this guy in to see how he can do. And they talked about him being that sideline to sideline. And I think you hit the nail on the head, man. You got to have coverage. This is a passing league. You got guys. You got look at Hockenson, man. If you just look at him and he's on our team, this is a tight end that's just he's like a bigger version of a wide receiver. You look at his routes, man. He talked about his offseason, how he went out and he started running routes. He's been working on running all parts of the tree. And, man, it shows. It's hard for defensive backs to cover him. And then let alone you try and put a linebacker on him. Well, go over to most of the other teams. Everybody figured out that recipe, right? You get a line, you get a quarterback, and you get a tight end that can get open. Now you got problems for the secondary. And that's what we see happening to our team, man. These tight ends and running backs out of the backfield, they just being too much, man.
Killing us.
So I know what do you think about us shopping Jamie Collins though now?
I think a lot of people knew that was going to probably happen at some point, man, because of the play. And they were looking at, okay, how do we step that up a little bit? It's nothing against Collins. This is a league, man. Either you're getting it done or you're not. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the player isn't the right player. It's sometimes the player doesn't fit the scheme. And I think for them, it's all about how do you make it attractive enough to say, if I'm going to trade, I trade, or if I'm going to cut and pick up somebody else, I'll pick up someone else. So that's what I see happening here with Collins, man. I think they've seen what they've thought.
They've seen enough.
Pretty much, right? They've seen enough of what's got to happen there, man. And I'm a type player, being a former player. Man, you never want a person to leave and lose their job. But we know as team, at the end, man, the games get fewer. And so at some point, you can't keep too long before it's over. But, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how they cope, because you got to get pressure. I know you fellas have been talking about this defense as a whole. It's done some solid spots. I thought the first half of the Green Bay game, I think we all looked at it, right? The nation, we all looked at it, was like, okay, our boys there playing, they got on these white uniforms, and
I love the white uniforms.
All I know is this: hey, for real, if you came off the field and your uniform wasn't dirty, you didn't play. You didn't put in the work, right? You didn't put in the work.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to say about this defense. It kind of hurts me. They are so, and I'm talking about in the heart. They are so competitive. They just not good enough. They don't have the talent to compete. And when you see that first half, when you see the way they came back against the 49ers, that wasn't talent. That was just we're competing with you. We can beat you in the first half. You know what I'm saying? And once it comes to a standard where you're not competing no more, and it's like my guy against your guy, Aaron Jones against our team,
right?
Then you see a lot of points being scored, and then the team falling up, because I feel like our defense might not have the talent, but like if they could just get a little help, because I like the competitive nature of our team. They just need a little assistance. So I was going to ask you for this season, because I don't think the season's over yet. What do you think we need the most right now? Because I was talking about how do we get the best out of Jared Goff, because right now I feel like him and Hockenson and running the ball is the best way we're gonna win games right now offensively.
Yeah, I think that's tight. That's good right there, because the running game, man, I feel good about it, man. Swift, man, he looks explosive. Cat's hitting it. Williams, man's bringing that flair to where they can rotate in and out. They're doing a real good job out of the backfield. But then you go to tight end solid, and Hockenson, man, he's a beast to handle one-on-one. So you got to pay him attention. So that's going to loosen the coverage in the secondary. Right. All you need is one wide receiver to step up, man. We saw Cephas, and it's like, okay, you make some plays, but the consistency every single week, every single game's got to be there before they start giving you that respect. You're going to have to earn that respect out there in the secondary, and that's going to mean making a play when the play is not there. It's meaning making plays. You got to create. You got to become a creator. You got to take the short passes, the long passes.
So you said the wide receivers got to get respect, which I know. I was the highest on Cephas. If you go watch my I was so high on this guy. I'm like, this dude's going to be a monster. Lions fan. Oh no, he wears a 4.7. I'm like, y'all don't know nothing. But it can't just be him though. Who's that other receiver do you think like this needs to be the guy that needs to step up for us?
Well, first you got to just get one. You need that one big play guy, and they got to bring some size. They got to bring matchup problems. It can't be just speed alone. You got to be able to say, you know what, man, I'm covered. I got to still be able to create. And the Lions have been blessed to have that type of receiver along the way, whether it was Galladay and Marvin Jones to Calvin to, even during my time, you had me, but we had Brett and Johnny, right? You may not be able to have that trifecta and having a unit like that that's put together all the time, but you get that one guy that's going to create it, the other person is going to emerge. You know why? They're going to be forced to emerge. But when you ain't got nobody putting in the work or being able to go out and just say, you know what, I'm going to make these teams respect me, then it's kind of like who's going to step up. And that comes with confidence. You know what I mean?
That's what I think is going on with Hockenson, though. I mean,
I would say St. Brown too, by the way. I ain't want to cut you off, but I would say, I was thinking of Ross St. Brown.
Yeah, I was trying to see who you're going to say just besides Cephas.
Yeah, that he was going to step up. I know a lot of people were big on, Kennedy or maybe on some others. I said, I think those are your players you kind of shuffle in and out or whatever. But, I think those are the two that's got to step up. Those are the ones that jump out at me right now and say, if you can get those two contributing, and then you got Hawk, and then you got guys coming out of the backfield. And I think Goff with time, man, seems to be pretty accurate. Just as long as he doesn't get locked on a target, everything's good. I think they could do some damage. The line is the line, right? Everybody's talking about this line supposed to be special. Then it's top 10, yeah. But right now, Penei Sewell, and you got a big center. You got some other big bodies in the guard positions. I mean, they got what they need, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like when I look at the team, like not on the defense, but offensively, the O-line, even the system that we're running in the running back, it shoots Jared Goff's game. He just doesn't. I mean, if you look at, obviously Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods are better receivers, but it's not like they're all-world receivers. You could argue Hockenson is just as good as either one of them. Right. So when I look at that and look at the weapons that we have, we need a little bit more. But it's like when it's coming to getting the most out of Jared Goff, we got to get the most out of this guy. And when we had those 50-50 receivers, we had a Stafford that could put the ball in places that even if it was a failed catch, it wouldn't be an interception. Right. So we need.
Go ahead. We just like I said,
I feel like we have to suit his game the best in order to maximize it, because that's what the Rams tried to do. And honestly, I like our weapon. I love Swift, and it's like the offense has been so good in spurts. And I'm like, wow, we look great. And then we got a young team, man.
Let me throw this one back at you. Let me throw this one back at the panel. All right, here go one with the panel, right? So y'all watching the game, they always want to know, okay, I won't say that the people who don't play, it was always used to be this thing with players, right? Man, we only ones know what's going on. We the ones who say, I mean, everybody's got a little taste of the game. Like, you guys know what's going on in the game. You can see what you see, and you can analyze. You might not know what play was called and who was supposed to be where and when. But I wanted to get like y'all to chime in. And like, when you're looking at this, if you had to go back and look at this game, right? You got them down in Green Bay. Do you stick with the run? Do you pass? Do you go for the field goal, or do you go for that fourth down? There's all these dynamics that are at play. Now, there's a reason why people ask me about, okay, the fourth down play. Why would you go for it on fourth, or why would you not go for it on fourth? And I got my take. I'm interested to hear, like, what would you guys do on that fourth down? What would you do?
I would do the same thing Lamar Jackson and the Ravens did. We're going for it because Patrick Mahomes is on the other side. That is Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau. We've only won there twice. You have to score points.
Just speaking to the slogan that you gave us when you came in here, it was kneecaps, man. You got to be aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be aggressive. I'm going for it. That's just me personally.
Yeah, you got to go for it in that situation, man. Because I mean, you're not gonna get that many chances at Lambeau, so you got to go for it.
All right.
And like Lambeau, Herman, you played there, but you know how much of a momentum swing it is.
All right.
We convert on that fourth, we probably win the game.
All right. So that's where I'm going. All right. So here goes my take. All right. Hey, hold on. We got to speak easy. Hey, I want to make sure we got your play. We got to get you on record.
You got
to going for it or not?
You got to run for it down the middle.
All right. Yeah. All right. So here you go. Right. So I thought about it, and at the time I was like, yeah, man, we got to be aggressive. We got to go for it. I know we did it against the 49ers. Then I said, okay, I actually would not have gone for it. Now I'm going against the grain with the crew, everybody that's on here. So here's my take. Yeah, you got to be aggressive. There's too much time. How much damage is if you don't get it? Now, there's a lot of upside if you do get it, but there's that flip side. Now, I've been there, and at Lambeau, you got a chance now to really quiet the crowd a little bit more, close that gap a little bit more. You're making it so even if they score, you still one score down because you're only down by one. You now are going to put it back in the hands of your defense if you don't score and you're down in the red zone, which you know is a bit hard to get there. Even though the tide changed, we know how hard it becomes to get points. If it's fourth quarter, I ain't got no problem with it. Third quarter, I don't know. I mean, it's Lambeau.
Do you think
Lambeau is just different? It's just on the way about that place, man. That's why it's hard to win. Now we could be up. I'm like, man, if I was ever there, it's like, you know what? I'm like eating at a table, and they said that might be my last meal. So I'm gonna make sure every time you put some on my plate, I'm eating. I'm not gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna pass until you see what else you're gonna give me. You're gonna pass. You bring out
wait, so
I ain't doing that. I'm going. You know what?
Change your mind on that.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
Yeah, right.
Wait, I want to ask. So, does Jared Goff being the QB change your mind on that? Like, if we had a different quarter, I wouldn't even say Stafford, just a different quarterback, would you think differently about that?
You know what? It wasn't even about the quarterback. I was looking at it more down and distance. And here's a team that points. How many of us thought this team, from an offensive standpoint, was going to come out? We were like, where are they going to get the points from? Yeah. And now we see that they can actually put up points. We look at the offense. We look at the way that they're passing the ball. I'm going, hey, I don't even mind them throwing the ball. But what else I don't mind is when they put it on the ground, I'm not sitting there going, man, this ground game suck. I go, no. I say, you know what? These boys pounded it in there. And you got a line that's moving the line. They changing the line of scrimmage. So when I saw that part of it, I was more along the line like, okay, they got on short down and distance. They might run or they might pass. They have both options. But, you know, it ain't about the quarterback. It was just that situation for me with them on that side of it, you know, when we were watching it. But at the end, man, it's like this. What I like is that this team just keeps fighting, right? And
that's what I said
it just seems like they don't give up. They may not be the most talented, but I think they're going to get better as it goes. I know that a lot of people may not see that or believe it because everyone wants to still scream same old Lions. Yeah, you're going to have some of that same old in terms of wins and losses right now. But I just think that this is a different team in terms of the mentality between coach and players. And there's a whole different type of communication that's taking place that you're going to get anyone who's played sports, you understand how important that dynamic is. And if you don't have it, which you can see they haven't had it in the last few years, and it's been kind of up and down. They had it with Caldwell. Every time they seem to have it with certain coaches, even with Jim Schwartz, when he was there, the defense had that connective tissue with him. Man, hey, them boys was out there getting penalties.
I would love that defense, man.
That's right. So the coaches come back like, man, why you didn't get a penalty this week? Why didn't you get a rough pass?
That's what I was saying earlier, Herman. I was like, man, I feel like, I mean, obviously I'm a little biased to me, but I'm like, this is like the best coaching staff I've ever seen us have. Right. Like, from top to bottom, I love the coaching staff. And I'm only saying that because that 49ers game, when I tell you I thought they were going to score 60, I'm not exaggerating. I'm like, they had 40 points. Like, I thought they were at least going to score 50 points.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. They messed up my. I was in there doing a couple bets here and there, and I was like, man,
yeah. they killed the point spread.
A few more points, man. I was like, man, I said I'm done. They done blew up my whole thing. They done blew up the spot.
But like I was telling King, we were down. We were down by like 14 or something. And Jamal Williams, he was like, bro, no, we're not about to get rolled over. I'm gonna run the ball with all of this fire, and I'm gonna inspire this team. And we came back, and I feel like a lot of our coaching staff, that showed a lot to me because normally either Stafford would have brought it back closer or we would have got destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead, speak.
Because I came in late. I don't know if you guys spoke on this or not, but when Campbell said he blamed the offense in that game, I kind of agree with him too, just because like the amount of experience is on that side of the ball, plus how many times it turned over. I guess what was your take on that?
I think coaches are always going to lean towards strength, man. I believe that you're going to always put it where it's supposed to be. But here's what I learned about this organization. Not necessarily the organization. I shouldn't say that. The coaching staff and these players. When I asked Coach Randall L. when I was at camp, I said, okay, how did the players respond to criticism? And I asked all the different players. I said, if your coach got after you, how would you respond to that? They may not know the reason I asked that, but all of them was like, it's cool. It's like us having a conversation, a disagreement right now, but we still going to be cool, right? That's the way they have the report there. So when the coach comes out and says, you know what, I put this on my offense is like, cool. They see that not as a criticism, but a challenge. So that's the mentality that people, when they say same old Lions or they say same old this or that, nah, man, it's not that. I'm gonna tell you first and foremost, it's not that. And I got a lot of respect for this team and the players and the coaches, how quickly they brought it together, because they didn't change. You know, you look at how many people, I was calling stuff in the booth during preseason. Man, I was looking up names like this. Like, man, I'm looking like trying to figure out who's who. You know, and now, you know, you can call out guys. You kind of get to know who they are because they made plays. You know, you talk about the character. You know, you guys talked about Jamal, right? Williams, and he developed a character in a type of persona that the fans gravitate towards. But he's serious, but he keeps it light. When he's out there, he can joke around, but when he runs the ball, man, he runs hard. He plays hard, and they can separate the two, and they understand the difference, man. So that's what's going to keep people like us, the fans, or people that have interest in talking about this team coming around, because we see that they out there doing it. And this separates the team really from the whole organization as a whole, because you're going to get tied into the history as much as you saying, okay, who we supporting this year? You know what I mean? So that's what I see.
But that's why I've always personally, as a person, been a never give up type of person. It was how I was raised. So with Jamal, I mean, I could watch that Jamal Williams drive 1,000 times. Just because it's like the mentality that, like, I'm a competitor, I'm not going to lose, even if we lost. Because that's the only way you're going to inspire these young teams. Because you got to have some leaders.
Of all y'all that play sports, and you ever went to another team, where any of them remember your girlfriend?
I tried that one time to another team.
Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. But no, Speak Easy, I was going to say I agree with what Dan Campbell said, only because unless you got Darius Slay or some turnovers, you're not going to Lambeau and beating Green Bay without scoring points. You're going to have to score at least 27 points, at least.
So what's your take? What's your take? You know, like I said, I don't want to put no tough question out there. What do you think of Jared Goff?
You know, I think with him, and I know y'all looking at me like, man, hey, what's so hard about that? It ain't so hard. It's like this, right? So all of us, no matter what you think, a lot of us sit there and we go Stafford, and then you go Goff, and then there's some comparisons there in terms of what I'm looking at is, okay, what kind of leader is he's going to become? Because the quarterback position was such a big piece. Jared Goff's not that kind of guy that's going to be out there on fire. Matthew Stafford really wasn't the same type of guy. He just did it through his play. We saw him get roughed up. We saw him have to make some of the tough passes standing in the pocket. We saw him make some critical runs at times. Yeah, he made some interceptions and some turnovers, and perhaps he didn't score as many times or go to the playoffs as often as people want. But there's these things about a player you never question. The jury's still out to see how does he handle long-term adversity, and also coming from a place where they went to the Super Bowl. I mean, this guy was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, right? To all of a sudden now you're 0-2. You're dealing with a team that doesn't have the same talent level at some positions that you had. You don't have the defense that you came from, and now that means you got to elevate, and you're going to be the one that's going to be really kind of amplified in terms of your persona and who you are to become that guy that's got to carry the weight. And he'll see as it goes further, if this starts to go downhill, man, everyone starts to question moves that were made, right? They'll start talking. Jeff Okudah already getting it, right? The high draft pick, couldn't keep him healthy. He's off the field. And I think he was a good player. But, you know, this is the NFL, man. You're going to get injured. So what happens if all of a sudden he doesn't get that next guy to develop? I mean, is he going to throw 30, 40 balls a game? Yeah, they probably could, but at some point, you know what? They're gonna face some defenses. I'm not saying Green Bay's defense wasn't real, but they're gonna face some that got some boys that's bringing the heat. You're gonna have to go some man up on the offensive line, so they're gonna be able to combo or switch. All right, now you're gonna have guys that got linebackers that can run and cover. You're gonna have safeties that are smart and cornerbacks that can go man to man, and they're gonna be serving you up. So all that's coming. So I won't say I don't believe in him. I like him as a quarterback. The man has earned his stripe. You in the NFL, man. I hate when people say, "Oh, that guy is garbage because he's in." I mean, look, he's in the NFL, right?
No, I've never said I don't believe him. I just feel like he's at a certain level, and for us to get him to the next level, you saw it with the Rams. He needs more than some other quarterbacks. Oh, yeah. And look at our team. I mean, Stafford did all he could. Like, look at the team that he went to.
Great.
And what I was talking about with the Rams is what they had issues with Goff is his contract costing them so much money, and they lost those players that they needed him to elevate.
Right.
And then he couldn't do it. And now we're in the same situation. It's like, well, you have a worse team, and if we're gonna win any games, you're gonna have to elevate. So
that's gotta be big too, man. You think about it. What's the pressure? Like, when you swap teams like that, everybody's still watching Stafford from here. I don't care. I guarantee we flipping through the paper or flipping through the internet or on our phone or whatever. Let me see what the stats look like, right? And you want to see if they won or they lost. I'm sure he's doing the same thing, man. I hope they lost. I hope they got blown out.
Especially easy.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because you believe me, whether it's a fan, whether it's a guy at the movie theater or someone just sitting around just chilling, they sitting there going, they counting his chips, right? And they counting his money, right? And they going, listen, here's what he did, here's what we gave up. So you ain't gonna never win that battle unless you outdoing that other person, that whatever. And it's man, I'm telling you, that's a pressure situation. He seemed to be having it kind of under control. The thing I haven't seen enough of is the deep passes. They've been stuck with the short pass and also the mid-level. Guys have to be able to get up the field and off the ball. They got to be able to beat the coverage. Hawk is being able to do it, but tight ends are way too easy to double. I mean, they're going to let him do that for a minute. So I don't want everybody to get too over the top.
So why aren't we throwing downfield if Goff can get protected like he seemingly can?
I made one comment on our platform. I told him, I said, man, he was in the pocket one time so long, I could have got open.
Yeah,
I saw that. No, like I had told them earlier, Herman, on that first drive before Goff threw the ball, I was like, completion. I'm like, he's just sitting there too long. Complete.
Oh, yeah.
The first catch to TJ, I'm like, oh, he about to get a big pass because I'm like, he was sitting there for like 7 seconds and he completed it to TJ. Yeah. But I'm like, if you got an offensive line that can protect you, we need to see more of that Cephas play.
Oh yeah.
It got to be consistent. I know Goff is coming to a different team. Oh, I mean, man, that would have been all over.
So who y'all thinking? Like when you look at this right now, be real with me. You got the NFC North. And we don't even go across the NFL because you got to always stick with dealing with your division first. Mm-hmm. Where's the competition in the division, right? We've seen them against Green Bay. And I think people were up and down about Green Bay, right? We saw the first Green Bay game. I don't think too many people were high on them. I think everyone still was thinking, mainly who wasn't a part of where we are, thinking that the Lions maybe had a chance, maybe didn't, but didn't expect them at least to be as close as they were. In this division, who is it?
It's always Green Bay until
I'm not the best, or like who do you think we could compete with?
No, I'm just saying like who you think has a chance to take this division. Now you got to take in schedule and strength, not just who's best in the division. I'm talking about who's going to take this division because they all.
Okay, well, being honest with you, I think the Packers or the Bears are going to win the division.
I'm going to the Bears flat out. I like I said,
the Bears, man, they just got a good roster, man. I don't know. Their roster is always good.
Did you watch that game against the Rams?
No, I did.
Yeah.
Sunday night, right?
I saw that.
But they were going against the Rams. Like I told every fan that tried to poo-poo that Stafford performance, I will remind y'all the last win Stafford had in Lions uniform, he threw 400 yards on the Bears. So that was nothing new.
Listen, I'm still rocking with the Bears, but yeah, I do need to see Fields. You know what I'm saying? He just got announced as a starter today. So I do need to see Fields. I think Montgomery is going to run for 639 yards against us.
Oh, man.
And what Lamar Jackson going to do?
Yeah.
I didn't even want to get it. That's why I was trying to stay with the division, man. Listen, you already just blowing everybody's cool. Like, I was sitting there trying to just like let me deflect a little bit. Let's talk about the division. You already done brought Baltimore into it. Now I'm like, man, I don't know if y'all want to start talking now.
We'll go to the division, but I just feel like the Bears.
I'm not ready for Sunday, man.
The Bears just have a really good roster, and they have like a good roster and just good enough coaching. Sometimes they just win game. They made the playoffs last year, and I don't really think they were that good of a team.
To me,
but if Green Bay has a misstep, the Bears gonna win the division.
I mean, it's about Fields. It's about Fields.
Don't all talk at once, y'all. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's all about Fields' development about where they go. But if Field can develop into a good solid quarterback, that they'll probably make it to playoff.
I mean, they made it. Didn't they make it with like a rookie Trubisky or something? Like it really, like I don't. I mean, that Bears defense was way better. It was way better. But
Yes.
yeah, that's just one thing. What you think, Novus?
The thing is, I could see Green Bay and Chicago going back to back, but depending on if Green Bay get healthier and Aaron Rodgers is allowed to be Aaron Rodgers, then I can. That's the only way I say Green Bay take it. But other than that, figuratively, whoever got the better defense and who running the ball a little bit more effectively and consistently, which should be the Bears, that's where you gotta kind of put your money at. But again, you know how it gets between them two. When it comes down.
So I think Green Bay's defense is gonna get exposed. I really do.
So you have one in the division.
Yeah. So I think they've always tried to rely on that. I don't know if the offense is as solid as this. Yeah, the running game, Jones is good, man. Ain't no doubt in that. You know, Adams, beast, right? Aaron Rodgers, I think, depending on what kind of pressure you get to him, because I think if you get the pressure there, I don't see him standing in the pocket, like you see some of the young cats that just.
No, he's a little bit older now.
Yeah, hey, I saw them run by him a few times, and the wind blew him down. Now I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with you, Aaron. I'm just saying. If you go back and look at the film, boy, you see he's finding some turf. I'm glad if he had that white uniform on, man, it would have been dirty.
Yeah, right.
It's good. I mean, look, the Bears. I mean, they just got a good roster. Sad to say.
Like I said, the wild card is Fields. If Fields is what people believe he is, then yeah, it's the Bears. It's definitely the Bears. I hate even saying that.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, I hate the Bears more than anything.
Bro, like, oh my god, I want to throw up.
That Calvin no catch.
That's just like that's just a division.
Oh, it's right. Easy. I lost my voice screaming for that catch, and when they took it, I literally broke my TV.
Yeah,
I've never seen a catch get taken away in my life, bro.
Yeah, man. It's all because he didn't go dancing with the ball. If he would have danced with it, he would have been fine.
But 5 years later, that was a catch. Of course it was.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, so
I don't want to sleep on Minnesota though, because like the two I know they're 0-2, but they're close games, and like the Cardinals, like obviously the Cardinals like fire on offense. Like that was a straight they would have won that game and had their kicker not missed that field goal. They got Justin Jefferson.
I get more and more depressed. These teams y'all naming that we got to go against, I get more and more depressed thinking about it.
No, but my thing is, it should be Minnesota, because if you look at like top to bottom, I mean, they have a okay quarterback. They got Dalvin Cook. They got a good coach. But what else is going on? But I was going to ask Herman. So what should be the?
Honestly, I thought Vikings were going to make a step this year, but we'll see.
I don't know what's going on with them, and I'm glad they 0-2. How about that? No, I wanted to ask, like, what should be the game plan for this Ravens game? Because I'll tell you one thing.
Prayer.
If they running the ball, like, don't watch the game. I just wanted to ask because, like, obviously, everyone knows I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan, like I said, because of what he represents for the black culture. I love that guy because of what he represents. So I want the all success, except for Sunday. I want him to lose. But we've seen him throw 35 touchdown passes and lead the league. It's not like he can't throw the ball. But it's like I feel like if you let him run against our team, it could be any team in the league. But if it's our team, we're going to lose. The only way we can beat him is if he throw for 400 yards. And I would rather him throw for 450 and lose than him run all over us, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm going to give you this. When I look at it, we've had a problem with the running back coming out of the backfield and being covered. Lamar Jackson basically becomes a quarterback / running back. Right? So now you got two guys you got to worry about back there. Plus, if you can't spy that running back and follow him, Lamar Jackson's a whole different kind of cat, man. A whole different kind of animal coming out of the backfield, and a player when he gets going, man, he is a cheetah. I mean, it's like bam, bam, and he's gone. And then once he hits it, once he decides he's running. And he's not one of those quarterbacks that's looking for the sideline, right? He's one that's looking to make some plays. He's looking to take it to the house. But then if you overcommit there, he's looking to pass the ball. They got just so much they can mix up.
And then they running three different running backs. And they running three different running backs with three different types of running schemes. And then they running with Lamar. It's just like, it's just a headache.
It's just so many schemes they have, like so many different running schemes. Like Like that Chiefs game, man. That was
like even if they had lost, the Ravens had lost the Chiefs game, they still gave up 35 points. Like,
yeah, defensively, I ain't think that. But I mean, you playing against the Chiefs,
I mean, if you watch the Chiefs game, like the Chiefs, there was nothing they could do. There were so many designs.
It's so much misdirection, and Lamar doesn't get credit for his ability to read the defense. I mean, he was just reading them every single play, picking them apart. Translate that to the Lions, and I'm just like, how can we stop this dude?
You gotta worry about my injuries.
So I got one more question for you, Mr. Moore.
King, come on, man.
He taking shots. Oh, he taking shots. I got it. He taking shots.
I got a question.
Hey, King, I already know, man. We already talked about this. Come on, King. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna do you like you do me. Hey, what's your question, Mr. King? Come on, man.
Okay, Big Herm.
There you go. All right, so that's my name here. All right, let me start. I'm gonna go in here when I get a chance. I'm gonna change it next time I'm on. Big Herm.
Got a question for
Big Herm.
And I'm gonna ask this question, and then if you could you tell the fan base a little bit more about the app and what you're trying to do, and what you have available for them. The question I wanted to ask was, what is your final record for the season for the Detroit Lions? Tough question.
Oh yeah, he hit you with a question right there.
Hey, that's one that, you know what that was like? That was like when the teacher sit there and they ask you if you studied.
Oh yeah, now get up there and read.
You sitting there going, you get that blank stare like, all right, I got it. You know daggone well you ain't read, you haven't studied, you didn't even take the book home. So I would say I'm gonna go 7-10.
I hope so.
I'm gonna go 7-10.
That's our best case scenario.
And I'm saying this only. There are going to be some games. I think we don't give them credit, just like we saw a couple of these games that they shouldn't be in, they wouldn't win, and all this, so on and so forth. Right? I think they're going to play over and above. And I think there's some teams like even Coach Campbell and I. We had a conference call during the preseason, and I asked them about this actually being an advantage because people are going to underestimate this team in certain areas. They're going to underestimate certain players. They're going to estimate certain things about them until they get like Green Bay and they see, okay, well, this team's not going to lay down. We're going to have to go out here and beat them. Mm-hmm. We're not going to just let them walk in here and they're going to be like, oh, that's the Lions. They don't have what we have. We got this. I don't think they're going to get that. So I think they're going to be able to pull out. At least we're hoping anyway, right? We're 0-2.
Right.
We only got to win. We only got 7 more games to win. It's good, right? How hard can it be? Right. But I appreciate that, man. But I know you'd asked about an app, and for all of you, man, it's one of the things I wanted to do. I was followed, just like my teammates all our career, by the fan base. We were followed by people who are mainly in the media, but those are primarily the ones who were brought in by the Lions or given credentials to be that. But I feel like we all have a voice, just like this. And when King and I were talking even earlier, I told him, I said, don't be surprised, man, if I just pop up. Not like I'm gonna pop up out of the cereal box every time something happens, but mine is, man, this is what it's all about. It's a community. And with our new app, Lions Nation Unite, that's what we did it for. We did it so that we can have these type of conversations. I can connect with those that I want to talk to. This is the conversation that I like to have. This is it's like fam. Like it's like we know each other. This isn't a stretch for me. I mean, I wasn't doing anything. I was over here going, okay, saw y'all were on. I was like, call them and see if I can get on. Right. And that's what the nation's about, man, is coming together, having this type of conversation, whether it's about a team that's winning, whether it's about a team that's losing, doesn't matter because we win all the time, right? Because we're in it. I mean, we can go do other things, but we're talking about this. And it's a reason why we have a connection there. And my respect back to say, let's build this platform that give you an opportunity to consolidate, for us to kind of unite our voices and bring all those audiences into one portal, and then let the content be driven by shows like yours and by each of you individuals. So that's all it is. And then on that, we got giveaways. I'm not asking anybody, you don't have to buy nothing on our stuff, right? You ain't got to buy no tickets. You ain't got to buy nobody's jersey. You ain't got to do anything. If anything, what we're going to be doing is a lot of giveaways. We got ticket giveaways. We sent people to the Green Bay game, all expense paid, hotel, travel, making sure they had what they needed to get there and get back and all that stuff. And coming up these games, we got tickets we're giving away. I mean, that's that's who we are. That's what we're about. We're going to put together some gear we want to give away for people to represent that. And if any of you are entrepreneurial and you have your own gear lines in your stores, hit me up and let's talk, because we're a print promotion company as well. And we can help you with that entrepreneurial spirit and get some of your gear out and do some things like that to express who you are. But that's it, man. That's what we put out there, and that's straight from the heart. And there ain't nothing behind the curtain behind that. This is just somebody being authentic and real with the people that supported me. So I appreciate you all.
No, thanks a lot. And I definitely, once I set it up, I'll be uploading this on there. So I'll be uploading this on there so everybody can see it.
I got one more thing to say though, man. Like all I know is that we need to get you in the Hall of Fame, Herman.
All right, hey, let's do it. And even if they don't, we'll go up here. I know my boy on 10 Mile at Fashion International. I get him to get me a gold jacket. We put a little patch on it. We play a little walkthrough theme music. And I come walking through. And I'll give you, and you come on here, and we give him my own speech. I got a whole thing.
Hey, that's what we want to see. We want to see everybody get their flowers that truly deserve it. You're a great player.
The Hall of Fame got finicky for me when T.O. didn't get in. And they're giving T.O. all that flag.
Yeah, it's all about you guys. You got to do some things, man.
I was about to say that was personal.
Yeah, it's I hope everybody to get in. I'm glad to see that Calvin got in. And, it's just I'll have my day regardless. I've had mine and I'm going to keep having it. You know what I mean? So it's like that's where it's at. And let's keep it up. And we had to have y'all come out. Lomas Brown and I are boys, man. We always talk about breaking bread, and everybody understand what breaking bread means. Mm-hmm. So anytime y'all want to get together, man, also we got a spot here. We're going to be holding some events over here at our office, and we come together and we do whatever we do. So
as long as I got the information and I can be there, I definitely will be.
All right. No, I appreciate you all, man.
Thank you for coming on, man. Thanks you a lot, man.
No, absolutely. All the best.
All right, Big Herm.
There you go.
Right.
Right, in the building. There it is. Boom. Appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
Later.
And everybody with the app, like I said, once I set it up, I'm gonna upload this on there. I'm gonna figure out a way to do it. And it's just gonna be a good thing. But I love this whole app that they building, man. Because like I was telling King, man, we need way more community and connection between Detroit sports fans, for real, especially the Lions, because we the worst.
Man, let me say something, man, because that was just, man, it was fulfilling. It's fulfilling because when I first came out, even when J-Mo was, kicking around with me, Man Beast, Hitman, this is what we all started that stuff for, man. We started it so we can go out there and give ourselves a voice, to give ourselves a platform to speak, because we all hate watching shows like ESPN and stuff like that. They dog our teams. We want our own thing here. You know what I'm saying? We want our own nation. Whether you are a Lions or Pistons fans or a Tigers fan, Red Wing, whatever you are, this is what we did it for. We're trying to build something for you, and Herman Moore is giving you guys a jewel. You need to go and download that app, man, because he's putting us all in one place so you can have access to us. Download Lions Nation Unite app. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. That's what we're trying to do from day one, man. That's what my boys Lions on the Proud doing. DSA, my man Speak Easy. It's all one nation. And I'm so glad I'm glad he made that happen, because we really needed a place where we all could be. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to go search for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And like you might not agree with like half of the Lions fans that you watch. Well, the other half that you do like, they'll be there. And I love how him and Lomas are trying to build something because, like, let's be honest, man, the Lions fans don't got a lot, man. Really don't. Yeah, we don't.
It's crazy too, because like they don't even have to do that. Like it's
no, not at all. Not at all. But that's how you know they're truly good people in the heart, bro.
And don't forget, and shout out, legit. And shout out to Woodward Sports too. We ain't forgot.
No, we ain't forgot about y'all. It's everybody here.
Sure, but like this is crazy, bro. Because like this thing is like it's like works well. It don't freeze up or nothing. Like
yeah. And like I said, there's different groups in there. Say, for instance, you Lions fans that like to, do tailgating, or you got a man cave you want to show off and brag amongst your buddies. They have groups in there for that, man. And you know what I'm saying? You can connect with some people. You can meet up with some guys on game days. You can go to some barbecues and whatever you want to do, man. It's a community. Yeah, it's a real community, man.
That's what I keep saying. Like, it's finally a place I'm telling you, man, I'm not being like Herman. Like this is amazing. It's finally a place where we can be, bro.
When was that created?
Nah, it's probably just recently. I don't know.
And it's just magical. Number one, because come on, we're Detroit fans. We, athletes that play here, they know that we are some of the best fans in the entire world, man. So give us that opportunity and to have, all the content creators, all the biggest fans in one place. That's just beautiful, man. That is beautiful.
Okay, so anybody want to talk about next week? I mean, this was the Sunday.
Listen, man.
Speak. You was talking crazy out the side of your neck, wasn't you? You said we was gonna beat the Ravens. Let me hear it.
You said what?
He said that because they lost to the Raiders, and I'm like, you sounded crazy.
You said we're gonna beat the Ravens.
Man, I'm turning my camera off.
That's why. Oh my God.
I can't even look at you, man. Where is it at? I know you got it somewhere. Where's the hopium? I know you got it.
Where's the damn pipe, damn it?
Look, at the time.
No, that's the diversion. You got the pipe.
They're coming off a loss to the Raiders. It looked sloppy that game too.
No, they did.
Lamar Sunday night. Oh my God, bro! That drive he had in the fourth quarter to win the game. That was fucking insane, bro. That was like
we ain't built for it.
There's literally a point where he had three defenders like a triangle. He had one here, and one in the middle, and he got between all of them.
I give you the Bears, the Falcons, the Bengals, but the Ravens, no.
Man, he had us beating the Ravens, 49ers, and the Packers, bro. Stop playing, dog.
Listen, the Bengals, we might actually have a pass rush against the Bengals, bro. Because that offensive line is horrible.
See, the reason Easy say that he wants to see the team succeed without Stafford so bad that he's creating false hope in his head.
He said, just hope Lamar throws the ball. I guess. But it ain't like the dude ain't led the league in touchdowns.
I mean, it doesn't matter
if he throw the ball, he's still gonna torture us. What are y'all talking
That's
about?
what I'm saying.
Why y'all Brian showed Bears, bro? We gotta beat the Bears.
I mean, y'all keep saying force Lamar to throw the ball. He threw the ball against the Chiefs. He did everything.
Bro, if you hand the ball off to a fullback
like a Jordan stumble and threw the ball.
Bro, it's just like this is the one team where I'm like, what are we gonna do? Do we have to enter their team? Like they have the best rushing attack. They have the best.
Take them out.
No, they got the best, most creative rushing attack we've seen since when? The Broncos when they won the Super Bowl. I'm talking about John Elway Broncos. Like, how do you? Our team weakness is teams like this, and our team weakness is mobile quarterback, and he is the greatest mobile quarterback to be born. Like, I am terrified. I was gonna go to the game just to watch him torch us, and I was like, I will never do my Lions like that, paying for it. Like I'm scared. I really, Jared Goff, bro, you are the GOAT. Beat Lamar Jackson, bro. Show me. Please. I'm begging you to beat Lamar Jackson, bro. I'm begging
you. You got to put Brian Scott's comment up there. It's easy, bro.
I'm just begging Jared Goff to beat this team. Just please do it for me. Otherwise, it's going to be bad. Easy pick. The Lions been a bad week for ball guy. Would be. Oh man.
Shout out to the royal family in the comments, man. That's my family channel. That's my wife, baby.
Oh, she in the comments, man.
Yeah.
Okay. How you doing? Shout out to you.
Hey man, I don't know what you think is easy. What made you think that though? Like when
he thought the Ravens were fluky.
Yeah.
Game one.
Yep. Here's the thing, like with most like running quarterbacks, Lamar's just different though. Like Lamar, there's none of them.
There's nothing like Lamar.
Lamar is different. Yeah, it's never been a Lamar. Like I mean,
man, once he hits that level, it's over, bro.
And I was just thinking because like typically like the running quarterbacks, you give them like a year or two, like defensive coaches like figure them out. And then I saw Lamar on Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs, man. I was like, this dude is just
But see, like I think they were saying it on the videos and stuff. Like, there's no way you can figure out an athlete like Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
You said
like Zion Williamson. Like they said they figured out Giannis, prime LeBron James, prime Shaq. You're not doing nothing.
You said there's never been a Lamar Jackson.
Easy. Never. A defender right here, and a defender like dead ass right in front of him. This dude juked all three of them and then laid out for the first down because he wanted to. He could have kept going if he wanted to. I was like, bro. Like, there's no like. How do you?
I've never seen.
I've never seen.
Maybe I'm the old guy. I've seen this type of stuff before. Maybe I'm just the old guy.
No, you've seen it, but he wasn't nearly as good. Bro,
Man,
Lamar is Super Saiyan compared to Michael Vick, bro. I'm sorry.
He's a big Lamar. Huge.
Like Lamar got back-to-back 1,000 rushing yard seasons, bro.
Yeah. Well, Slick. Well, I don't know. Vic didn't have to throw run as much as he did. He ran, but he didn't run as much as Lamar did. Because
Lamar, he's better at it. He's faster, and he's a better quarterback.
Yeah, Vic can throw better.
MVP, bro, leading the league in touchdowns. Vic wasn't like that.
No.
Vic wasn't like that.
I think Lamar Jackson's on a better team than Michael Vick.
No, he's not. What? You see this team?
Yeah, no, I can't really say that.
We know that
maybe a better coach team.
What defense? The Ravens one?
The Ravens have much better defense over the last few years than the Falcons ever did.
I mean, if we're talking about this year.
Do you remember Lamar Jackson's rookie season when the Ravens were terrible? He took them to the playoffs.
I'm really trying to think of a way.
I'm just saying, Vic definitely had a stronger arm, but Lamar Jackson MVP, bro. Different levels.
I think Lamar.
If Michael Vick is on national TV saying this dude's way better than me, what am I gonna do? We need to get a Donovan McNabb. Oh man, that would be great. He was a great quarterback.
I mean, I think the biggest difference between Vic.
Randall Cunningham, yeah, that boy was a beast.
Yeah, I mean, in my personal opinion, I think Vic had a stronger arm, but I think Lamar has. I mean, he has slightly better accuracy. I mean, the numbers show it. He has better accuracy than Vic. His accuracy is better.
I don't know, man. I put Vic in this.
I think Vic in this era would still be great, but he wouldn't be as good as Lamar, bro. Because he's not Lamar. You gotta remember, Lamar is bigger than Michael Vick, bro. He's 6'2". Vic was 5'11". Like he's just a bigger physical player, man.
It wasn't Vic left-handed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
literally took his finger and flicked the ball 60 yards, man. That's just how strong his arm was.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Lamar out here doing jump passes like he playing the NBA, bro.
I mean, I think with Vic, I think Vic man had a quicker first step, but once Lamar hits that second level, it's over with. It's done.
And it's the
juke moves, with these running quarterbacks is like them just running and like just standing back there and fucking up the defensive line. Like coverage is gonna fall out and just open shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like
how many times did Vic rush per game? Like 5? Like you could tell Lamar to throw 25 times and then run the ball 15 times.
But didn't they change the way the defenses are able to press offensive players before Lamar's times? Like didn't they change
basketball?
What do you mean? I would say, what do you mean?
No, I'm saying like okay, like for example, let's say he runs out. The way they spread defense on, they keep him away from the receivers where you can't touch them at least for 5 yards. They do a lot of different stuff where they soften down the way defenses play. And that's what I'm saying. It's 2 different eras. It's almost reminding me of LeBron and Jordan debate or Kobe. LeBron.
No,
look, man, I'm not gonna sit here.
I don't know what you want.
I'm not taking this slander, man. Yeah. Look. Sewell is a bust.
You gonna put some respect on Lamar.
Sewell's a bust. Okudah is a bust. And Jalen Green is better than Cade Cunningham.
All right, King got kicked out the chat over that, bro.
Hey, yo, yeah, wait, what? What was that?
No, King just being funny.
Hey, I was texting King earlier. He said he's sick. I'm like, oh, he must be on his deathbed.
But I gotta thank Herman for coming on and just supporting us, man. And this app is gonna be big, y'all. I'm telling you.
Yeah. See my comment? I said how James was gonna casually return. Or Herman Moore, King, in a fresh lineup.
Bro, I don't know, dog. I'm like, bro, Feek is crazy, dog. It's just like, I just decided to do a show today, bro. I was off work, though, so.
It had to be the Lions sweatshirt I was wearing it all day. Like, I really did.
Hey, man, the Lord was like, hey, keep that Lions joint on, bro. You're going to need it.
Like, I was really wearing it. I didn't just put it on for the show. I literally had it on the whole day.
Hey, dude. Hey, you holding it down, bro, because you down south, so you holding it down, bro.
You see what I got on, man. I was literally just sitting on the couch, and J-Mo said he was going live on Twitter, and I'm like, we
were talking about the Lions so much that I'm like, I need to talk to the people again about our team.
I'm about to do some homework, bro, because I got so much stuff to do with all these essays.
Oh yeah. You saw I retweeted your article, man. My boy Carl writing the articles, man.
Yeah,
it was a good one too.
Did I add Carl? Did I add you to the group on Twitter? Are you?
You did. Yeah, you did.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure I got everybody in there. I'm trying to get everybody in that group.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I do articles for my school. I mean, I don't necessarily do you like a lot of Detroit stuff, but I just do articles, for my school sports. It's just I'm in charge of social media for this.
What's up, man?
So.
Nah, man. Like I said, I actually read that joint.
Yeah, that's
so,
the big
are
thing.
you ready
Put
for
your charges
it?
for
the
you.
one with the where you were talking about the quarterback being 2-0. I can't. That's the one I read. The one I retweeted.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
I didn't even know y'all team was that bad. I'm like, oh, so this dude a little nice. He carry y'all a little bit. Okay. See,
Marvin,
I got information.
Don't you come in here, Marvin, with that foolishness, man. Y'all already know something.
No, okay. So he said, "What do you think about Malik Willis out of Liberty? He transferred from Auburn. I love Malik Willis.
He's nice. I told you about him, J-Mo. He's nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, but I like that. Is that the? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, that's the one Carl was telling us about.
Yeah.
No, but it was another quarterback. I'm trying to think. I think he was going against I can't remember, man. I can't remember who he was going against. Who else did you say about Malik? But that's what I'm saying. I don't think we getting a quarterback this year.
I like Malik Willis, though. I think he's a good player. He's
No, we need a mixture of Tom Brady and Russell Wilson. That don't exist. No, all we needed, like I said, I can't believe Dak is my standard, because if you heard, I was not a Dak fan, but we need a Dak Prescott level quarterback.
Bro,
a quarterback that's good, that's not gonna turn the ball over, and that can lead your team.
Lie, though.
And Dak is a leader, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think Dak would be as close to as good as he is right now.
Right, me neither. I'm giving him his props. The man is proven, and he has shown me. He's shown me. Dak is not even a top tier quarterback, but I'm saying we at least need that, or it's just not gonna happen.
That's who I was thinking about Monday when I saw that 4th. I said, dog, Dak. I remember when you last played him, he said he had no time in the pocket to check his reads twice. So I said, man, we had Prescott. That play would have been the first down, bro. That's exactly what I said.
He had that weak ass 4th down when he still had time and people wide open. He just went through it to fucking.
I told you, our history of the Lions, we are literally the movie Friday. We ain't never got two things to match. We got O-line, no quarterback, defense, no O-line, run game, no receiver. Bro, what the fuck?
Running back, yeah.
God damn.
Oh yeah. I knew he was on here. Y'all see this? I got my Lions all-time greats. That going Herman right there. I knew he was on here. He right there in the corner. No, for real. Yeah, huh?
He hit you up.
Y'all follow me on the app.
No, he hit up King because they were talking about the app earlier or whatever. He just wanted to join the show. Talk some sports, man. Shout out to him. He said ain't no QB.
Regardless.
No, yeah. You told me you were going to join.
App. Y'all can see. I went into the locker room.
It's too many what if prospects this year. To be honest with you, it's no solidified prospect, especially at the quarterback position this year. It's a bunch of what if.
Is Desmond Ritter the dude I'm thinking about?
Yeah, Desmond Ritter. Yeah.
I know. I'm mad I can't think of this dude's name, but I saw him play a game and he beat somebody he wasn't supposed to beat, and I'm like, this dude is good. It might have been Malik Willis. Didn't he have some huge win last year?
I'm supposed to be working. I mean, I'm still working, but
you told me he had a huge win last year.
Yeah, he beat somebody he wasn't supposed to beat, and it was a real good team.
I think it might have been. Ooh.
Was it Clemson or something? He beat a real good team, and I was watching that entire game, and I'm like, yo, this dude is great.
Yeah, I know Liberty had a couple of assists last year. I remember.
Yeah.
That dude, I mean, he's a great athlete too. I mean, he ain't Lamar Jackson fast, but he be 100 rushing yard game.
Man, you don't gotta be Lamar. It's only like I said. God was like, here, Lamar. Hey. Just like with Vic too. He was like, here, Vic. I'm just gonna give you what nobody else has. It's not you're not gonna find Lamar Jackson, man. I don't care if he's a mobile quarterback. You're not gonna find him.
Like with Lamar, for me, it was so funny because I remember I was just at my grandparents' house. I was doing winter break. They had bowl season going on. And I remember, man, it was just a random bowl game that I turned on. It was Louisville. It was Lamar Jackson as a freshman at Louisville. I knew from that game on that he was gonna be special. All I had to see was one game.
I ain't gonna cap. It took me longer, but when I saw him play Clemson that game, that's when I was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, bro, this dude lost to Deshaun Watson, but I think he better. Of course, people don't think that, but I was like, who is this Lamar Jackson dude? And after that game, I watched all of his games. literally. And I'm like, yo, this dude is different.
I mean, Clemson was coming out party, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but man, I'm still mad, my man. I'm still mad, my man didn't convert that first down. Idiot, didn't know where the sticks was.
Oh
but,
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I was so upset about that, John.
I watched that whole game, bro. I was so mad when I was like, bro, run the right way.
Because, like, I mean,
what up, Luke?
Yeah, Luke is in the building. But at the end of the day,
What's going on, fellas?
You need a quarterback. We need a quarterback that's a difference maker. As simple as that. It ain't no even like. That's why I bring up Dak, because like y'all know I've never been high on this dude, but I just keep watching him. And I'm like, bro, this dude's solid.
We need a defense that's a difference maker.
Yeah.
I don't even think our defense is really that bad. I think it's them damn interior linebackers.
Yeah,
that's what it boils down to.
Remember, wait. So how long you been watching the show, Luke?
Well, I was watching it for the first like few minutes when y'all had Herman on or whatever, but I also had already had obligations, to rock with Spirit of Detroit. So I was doing a show with him at 5. We had that set up beforehand.
Oh, yeah. No, because I was saying I had brought that up, and I don't know if that made her come on, but I had brought up the fact that the linebackers is that like, and I talked to Herman about it, like linebackers. That's like the new NFL. Unless you got some stud defensive player, like with all of the space, everything is about space. And you got to have people to cover that space in the middle of the field. Like Lamar Jackson scrambles out of the pocket. Well, you got Bobby Wagner. You can smack his little ass. But if you don't, what you doing? He's running for 100 yards.
Well, I made the example when talking about the game. I said, if you go back to the Michael Vick era, and when they would go against the Buccaneers would smack up on the Falcons and Michael Vick all the time. But it's because the linebackers filled those gaps and they took a lot of those running lanes away. And the problem that we're having is this. We're having too many guys get past the front line of defense, which is that D line, and getting all the way to our damn secondary. And that's not how it's supposed to work. It goes in waves. D line, linebacker, safeties. And your linebackers are not coming in here making plays. They're not hitting gaps. I've seen on film where they're running to the same damn gap. And I don't even understand how that's possible for you to be a linebacker and run to the same goddamn gap.
Because
like,
who's calling the plays?
Well,
I'm talking about on the team. I'm talking about the linebacker. Like who has the thing on the helmet?
Alex Anzalone has the green dot.
Oh that's why they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
But believe it or not, that wasn't what it is. This is where I started to think that my man's Collins was freelancing. Because I'm like, it's no way your read. I'm watching him over and over. It's no way his read is to go where Alex Anzalone is those times. It's just not. It can't be. Like I'm watching. What's my man? The nose tackle, McNeil.
Yeah.
I'm watching him get double team, and I'm like, oh, you got the A gap. Why are you shooting all the way off into the middle of Egypt? And I'm like, bro, just fill your gap. That's it.
He has been doing it.
Lavish life. Oh yeah, that's my fun job. I got another job too. You should have hit me up. That's my fun job. I love working there, bro.
There was that one play where basically Jamie Collins took the wrong angle on Aaron Jones.
That wasn't a wrong angle. That was no effort.
He was just slow as hell. He was slow as hell.
Bro, that was no effort. I was watching.
I don't know how you don't tackle him.
I was watching the stream that King was doing, and he was talking about the play. I think it was the play where they did a swing pass to Aaron Jones out the backfield. So, and King was like, man, how can he be so slow? And I was like, damn, was he slow? So I went back and I looked at the play and I said, he was there. My man was 3 yards out. He could have pushed him. He was like, you got it. You got it. Like, yeah, he gave up. And that's the problem, bro. I've shown film, bro, where he literally was just jogging. Like my man straight jogged to the spot. And then anybody who ever played line, like me, when I played linebacker, bro, if you held somebody up, it was hell to be paid. In fact, you probably heard me screaming, keep him up, right? I'm trying to if that was Ray Lewis, if that was James Harrison, if that was you name it, bruh, if you holding the guy up, I'm trying to demolish him. I watched him run over there, give him a love tap, a hug, pat on the ass, and a Gatorade. It's not supposed to be this type of thing with a linebacker. He just didn't care. And to me, it shows that he didn't care when they have $5 million in cap space, and it's like, we trading your ass. Like we don't even care.
Hey, Brian, look, Herman, when he gave the prediction, he was being nice, saying 7 or 8 wins. Okay,
I'm with him.
We know what the team is about.
I got 7 or 8 wins still too, bro.
I think he knew too. You were just trying to play it cool. I mean, he's on air.
I really think they can win 7 or 8 wins. I really do. If you think about the 2 games that they lost, tell me that you scored 23 points in 9 minutes. You come out and quiet Lambeau for the first half. You can play, but your linebackers are not filling gaps. It's a reason why Elijah Mitchell, a rookie, comes in his first game on the road and runs like he was fucking LaDainian Tomlinson. Your linebackers are not filling. And then you turn around the week after, they realize, well, why are we going to run with them? We just going to throw the ball because they don't want to play. So it's the linebackers. We need better linebackers. And at this point,
But haven't I been talking about this for 2 years?
The linebackers?
Yes.
You have, but we also thought they was getting Isaiah Simmons. So
yes, we did.
So we went with Okudah, a guy that I've been saying is a safety, and I got chewed out for making that video saying he's not worth a top 10 pick. He's a safety. So we gotta have better safety play.
For sure now.
Oh well, yeah. With that, what's it? The Achilles?
Yeah,
it's a wrap, bro. Michaela Short looked way slower when that Achilles popped. So it's a wrap.
Who trade for Jamie Collins? G?
You know what? I had 2 teams, and it's gonna sound crazy as hell, but it's gonna take a package deal. It's gonna take a pick and his ass to get up out of here. I got the Dolphins as 1 because Brian Flores still thinks he can bring ex-Patriot players in and get things done. And the other team, which is a dark horse pick, but I think it's still possible, is the Houston Texans. They got a few injuries going on over there, and they're looking to add more draft capital. So you give him in with a pick, they'll take it.
Oh, he said, I told you Jelani Devine wasn't the problem. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love Devine. I said he was great. I was wrong as hell, boy. No. See, that's the one thing about me. I will admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong as hell about Jelani. I thought he was going to be straight. Boy, no, he just don't got it.
Right. At least
what's up with the
But hey, like I said, my man Cephas though.
See, what's up with the Lions?
No, the one I'm still hurt about is
you muffled out.
I can hear you.
Man, I don't know what it is about the Lions and these slow running and these slow linebackers, bro.
It's not, but football has never been about speed, bro. I've never understood why we fall in love with this idea of speed. Ray Lewis wasn't the fast.
But Luke, we in a different league.
Yeah, this
is about speed.
You gotta have.
Maybe you gotta have speed.
In this area, yeah, you do.
Yeah, but I don't think most linebackers starting right now got speed. It's just good angles.
You gotta have technique and stuff. I'll put it like this: if you got speed, it's just that much easier.
Fair enough.
It's just that much easier. You know, like you don't have to have it, but if you got speed, it's just that much easier for everyone.
Well, we
think about Jared Davis. Like Jared Davis, like when he was playing well, his speed and explosiveness really helped the team.
Well, the Lions couldn't figure out which way to shoot the cannon, though. They kept shooting the cannon the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? When Jared Davis was here,
but see, I think Jared Davis got caught up in that shuffle with Patricia because early on, a lot of people were still killing him from that play he gave up to Ezekiel Elliott. But that's one of the plays that I looked at. That ball was dropped in there perfect too. It wasn't nothing he can do. It was over the back shoulder. Who in the hell can cover that?
Ray would have got burned the same way. Anyway.
Right. It was a back, bro. He put it on this dude outside shoulder in stride. Like what? How do you stop that?
I mean, what do you expect when you put a linebacker on the island with Ezekiel Elliott? I'm just saying.
And he was put on the island.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this much right now. Most Lion fans are looking back and going, well, damn, we should have just kept Davis. Because at least when they blitz Ellis Anzalone and they blitz Collins, bro, they get stopped before the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so is Jared Davis healthy? Is he healthy though? Because he got hurt in the preseason.
Right now.
Brian comment, man.
Oh no, Brian is tripping. He said, "Is T Saber suiting up this week, or is he finishing this 40 at the combine?"
Wow.
That's why I love
Damn,
Brian,
Brian.
bro. Brian show be going in. You should see him on our Piston streams, man. That boy be always dropping the gems.
Yeah, I walked away with a lot of different outlooks from the games, a little bit from everybody else, but it was just I was looking at like what was the weak link in the chain, and everybody was like it was Jared Goff, and I'm like, so we just gonna ignore them goddamn linebackers. Like y'all, there was no way around it. People was like, oh, he shouldn't have went for it on fourth. Every receiver that was open on that fourth down call, everyone, including the one he threw it to.
I wasn't ignoring the linebacker. I just knew it was an issue. That's like a couple weeks ago when you said you thought they're going to be the strength. I was like, what? Like that's like our worst, like literally our worst unit.
But because I assumed that at the very least they would give enough shits to run. They weren't even running. They're jogging.
I do gotta ask you guys though, because I wasn't able. I didn't really find him. Levi, how did he do? Because I didn't get to watch back and like look for him specifically. I didn't see him the first time too.
Levi, in my opinion, balled out. What he did wasn't going to go on the stat sheet. You just couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage. Yeah. So what he did to me was more valuable. Which is more reason why I'm cussing out the linebackers. He held his positioning, and the linebackers should have used that to hit gaps, and they didn't.
Man, anybody thinking we was beating Green Bay and Lambeau is foolish.
my biggest thing, it wasn't just, of course we all knew about the defense. We knew our linebacker course sucked. My thing, what I was so agitated was the turnovers with Goff gave extra possessions to Aaron Rodgers. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Those turnovers were critical because, like I said, you look at the score at the half, man. We were going score for score with Green Bay. Turn the ball over like that, man. You're killing us. You don't give Aaron Rodgers extra opportunities to let everybody know what you don't have in the defense because that's what he's going to do. He's going to pick apart what you don't have.
No, that's facts. That's facts. But I also looked at that damn them third, was it 1st and 20 pass interference. We had a 3rd and 14. I want to say it was touchdown. like, bruh, and it all came at the linebackers. Like, bruh, we got to be better and get those stops there if the linebackers just turn around. The only one I gave it.
But come on, man. Like I was saying, we not winning games. We only gonna win games off of Jared Goff. We not winning no games on no defense, bro, because we don't have that impact defensive player.
And another reason why
let's just say Goff. I mean, I feel like if he played as well as he did in the 49ers game, second half, we could win that game.
Well, and another reason I didn't kill Goff and I didn't kill the defense, but particularly the defense, because I looked at this league as a whole and I was like, everybody giving up goddamn points. All I've been hearing is we don't have talent. Meanwhile, Kansas City giving up all kind of points. Vikings giving up all kind of points. A lot of talented teams are giving up all kind of points in the league.
Oh yeah.
Hey, they are, but we still don't got no talent.
Yeah.
And look who Kansas City is giving up points to. A Cleveland team that is just hard to stop because they got too many weapons and Lamar Jackson. It ain't like they just giving up points to Jared Goff.
Cleveland's biggest problem is finishing, man.
Yeah, but like their team is so hard to stop.
Plus, football is like football too. Like especially these first couple of weeks, like just random shit happens. Like
you ain't lying.
Week 1, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I mean, week 2 was. I think to me, week 2 had to be like the full moon week, in my opinion. You had Russell Wilson in overtime run his ass to the back of the end zone.
Bro, do you know how much, bro? They cost me $1,000 because they lost that freaking game to Seahawks. I'm like, bro, you're up.
That was safety too. That was 100% a safety, and they didn't want to end the game on dog like that. That was a safety.
And people tell me why I feel Russell Wilson is overrated. That's a perfect example. Why?
I mean, Russell Wilson's phenomenal, but it's overrated a little bit. He's still phenomenal though.
But then you go to the game against Kansas City. I'm like, Mahomes, you fully tackled, bro. Don't throw the ball. Like it's 2 dudes there.
Mahomes finally realized he can't do anything. He think he can do anything, bro. That was one of them plays.
And then you got Justin Herbert.
Still got to do the same shit.
Justin Herbert gets good protection. Nobody's by him. He runs back 20 yards like he in Madden and gets sacked, and then an intentional grounding. So it's like, bro, it was a full moon week. Tua got knocked out.
Yeah, even the Bengals was winning, and then Burrow threw 3 picks.
Burrow was running for his life.
Yeah, that's why I said that. That's the only team you can pressure on. Like, the Bengals. Woo!
But see, that's why we said. But hey, that's why you said like they should have just drafted Penny Sewell.
Hey, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Thank you, Cincinnati. Thank you.
Right, like Jamar Chase is a stud, but y'all should have drafted Penny Sewell. Y'all would be maybe Joe Burrow would have somewhere to run.
Man, that dude, I saw one play where I swear I feel like they said Hut. I don't even think he finished the end of and they was on his ass. I was like, bro, it's all bad.
man. Joe Burrow got that 2012 Lions line, boy.
Dude, man, and I went right back that next day and I put that photo up and I said, like I said, Penny Sewell, throw to anybody. Have Jamar Chase, no protection.
Zach threw 4 picks. Yeah, these rookie quarterbacks, they teams just suck ass, man.
Have any of y'all caught that video yet of the kid, the Eagles fan kid, exposing the team?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the Jets kid. Oh no, you gotta send me that.
I'll share it with y'all in the group.
Right.
You talking about the Jets kid?
Yeah. No, you talking.
I gotta see how that goes.
I'll share it with you guys.
No, watching that, I was like, I can't even be mad at Zach, bro. Because when he broke that play down, like, what are they doing? And you looking at him like, what are they doing?
that was the one kid, like him and Lance. I watched the film like before they came out, and I was like, yo, I want them.
They team. That's what happens, man. Their teams just.
But you know what we did though? We got Penei Sewell, and then next year or the year after that, when we get a quarterback, rookie.
We got
that offensive line for at least 4 years.
That rookie should be coming into a Dak Prescott offensive line.
That offensive line crazy.
That's what we need. We need to and get our little Dak. We got Swift. I don't know if he'll last that long, but you know.
What's your take with the whole? Oh no, I'm sorry, Nomis.
No, 2023 is the year you go for your quarterback because if you add more to the defense now they can start growing up.
Agree.
Then you get a quarterback a year in 2023. 2024, you should be ready to start really kicking some ass.
Oh no, they're gonna kick ass next year. Don't get it twisted.
Oh yeah, next year, we gonna hear Jared Goff got a defense now. We gonna be good, and I'm gonna be like, okay.
No, but it's not that though.
Guarantee you, that's what y'all gonna say.
But it's not that though. If you just look at it, like, yo,
we got, bro.
When was the last time a Lions team really truly took on the attitude of the head coach? I wait.
Jim Schwartz.
And it worked. And it worked. That's my point. It's been that long though, and it worked. And I believe Herman Moore pointed it out. The same thing I've been saying.
You pointed out how much the coaching staff and the players are close to each other.
Right, but when they had that rapport with Jim Caldwell, they had it with Jim Schwartz, and they got it with Dan. Nobody liked it, Patricia. That whole 3-year thing that the people was talking about, I was like, I don't understand this. Like, what more you got to see? But it's the reality is I think by next year, you're going to see some things a little bit different. Now, the one thing I will say that I want to see this week in particular, when are we going to see the rookie Jamar Jefferson get some clock?
I thought
he was banged up a little bit.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he was banged up coming out of
okay. Well, I'm like, yo, when we gonna get him?
Thoughts on Quintez Cephas? Check my videos telling you he's gonna be a stud. But he's a very good receiver. He's not like a number 1 guy, but he could be a number 2 guy. But right now, he's a good receiver.
I ain't gonna lie.
We don't need Jamar Jefferson yet, really, Luke, because bro, Jamal and Swift are killing it.
No, they are killing it, but I want to get more 2 running back sets. I think we're going into it with a 3rd running back being with a Godwin, and he's a special teams guy. I want more 2 running back sets out there. We're not getting that right now.
Yeah, but all right, y'all, I'm gonna wrap up this show. If y'all got any final thoughts or something, go ahead and drop them out, man.
Yeah, that offense line is crazy though. It's one of the crazy offensive line I've ever seen this hair. Like I saw one play where Swift was running. And the offensive line opened up such a big hole. If Swift bounced out to the outside, he would have had almost a touchdown.
It'd be like that.
It was one play during the Green Bay game where he was like trying to pick which like little hole he wanted to try to squeeze through. Ended up only getting like 1 or 2 yards. He took too long, but like that was fucking crazy.
I can't even believe they got it online. Shit.
Bro, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I swear, at the beginning of that Green Bay game, Jared Goff was like, "Bro, I got all this time." He's like, "Okay, touchdown." Like, I got all day. Like,
that's something I asked
I'm
you.
telling you, I will never forget that pass to TJ Hawkinson because I knew it was gonna be a completed pass play because the man was back there for 10 seconds.
Man, you got to read that breaking news.
Breaking news. Collins was traded for a juicy EBT. Is it an empty EBT card or is it full?
You make my hair hurt, Marv. I swear you do.
That boy, got a juicy juice.
If anybody got some final thoughts that you want to say, man, we definitely thank Herman for coming on the show. And look, you make sure you guys download that app. Like I said, we're gonna be uploading content to the app. I definitely will upload something to the app. It just has some fun. It's very good for the community because a lot of Lions fans feel the same, but we're separated. So many communities, so many Lions fans beefing with each other because the team suck. But it'd be good if we all could be in one place to build something, man. I think this is a great idea. I think it's gonna be great. I really do. So, any final thoughts? No, Luke.
Yeah.
Download that.
Yeah, basically, man, I am more interested in just evaluating what we got and see how they go through their progressions because that's going to be important when, we do finally become good. People, if you ain't watching the team now, you won't understand why the team became good. And I don't like that, under the same with the Pistons in the past. Nobody never paid attention to what construction was going on. Then when we got the championship, everybody was all of a sudden united. So start doing the groundwork when it's hard to watch. That way you can understand the progression. And shout out to another former quarterback for getting the lead taken from him, then coming down with like 4 pass plays and then in the end zone with Cooper Kupp. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Hey, no, I brought it up earlier, but I was like, that's what Jared Goff wouldn't have done, and that's why they got rid of him. Literally, he wouldn't have went down there and scored that touchdown, and they would have lost the game.
I said, dog, that was like 20 seconds.
Bro was like. Like literally, I was like, God damn! I was impressed. Like, God damn! Like, I'm like, bro. But King, man, what's up, man? You got some final thoughts, bro?
I just want to say, first of all, welcome back, J.
Thank you, man.
I know, right, bro? He been MIA,
I'm back, bro.
That's why I had to make a stream.
What a hell of a way to come back too.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I just want to say I appreciate you for having us all on, man, and shout out to Herman Moore for coming through, man, and giving us that opportunity to ask him some real solid questions, man. And on top of that, I just want to say the Lions gonna go on a 15-win game winning streak. The Cade Cunningham is not better than Jalen Green. Sewell sucks. Okudah is a bust, and
is a bust.
That's about
bro,
it.
how you gonna go from 15 games to all that, bro?
But that's what we deal with. Hey, look at Speakeasy. But that's what we deal with, man. But on a serious note, man, like I said, just looking into the season, to me, it's almost like watching preseason. Like I said, we know we just don't have enough to go out here and be successful. Oh my God! Oh man, I'm trying to be serious.
J-Mo been MIA like Ben Simmons jumper, bro. I ain't been that MIA, bro. I dropped the video last week.
Oh my God!
Y'all gonna leave Ben Simmons alone, man. Leave Ben Simmons alone.
We will not leave him alone. Oh my dog, Brian, you need to chill. I can't even post that, bro.
Go ahead. You done got them started. They gonna keep going. Y'all better go ahead. I'm done.
He said J-Mo been MIA like the drumming hype. Ooh, you taking shots, bro. Oh my goodness. All right, man. Hey, Carl, man, you got anything you want to say? CA3 Sports Talk. Anything you want to promote with your articles, bro?
Go ahead, man. On the show, man. It's tough getting on now, bro. I'm writing all these college essays and applications. It's retarded, bro. But and I got so many, I do a newspaper and everything. So But I had to put some of the homework to the side. After I saw Herman Moore on here, man, I just had to chop it up a little bit. But after the show, man, it's back to business, man.
Keep it pushing, man, bro. You gonna be a nice, young, successful, smart brother, man. You trust me. So you just keep it pushing, brother. Speak. You got something to say, bro?
Welcome back, man. It's good to have you back.
Y'all act like I was gone for that long, bro.
You gone.
My last video was 2 weeks ago.
The whole off season.
My last video was 2 weeks ago. Leave me alone, bro.
But you gotta make a video on Penei Sewell and Taylor Decker. I'm making a request.
I mean, you
talking about? I will.
Right, you talking about people being gone, man? Look at you, bro.
Hey man, look, man, we got responsibilities. Man. I got jobs. Hey, I got things to handle. And guess what? The Lions just went out and downgraded every position. So why was I supposed to be out?
Hey, I made a video, Carl, last night actually with Detroit Kool-Aid and Spirit of Detroit.
Yeah,
so check that one out.
Hey, J-Mo, what did I think of Brody's outfit? My entire soul is hurt. And King know what I mean. My whole soul, my entire being was ripped out of my soul when I saw that. I was like, damn. But all right, y'all, we gonna get out of here, man. Why y'all want to turn up in the comments when we trying to end the show?
Bruh,
y'all always do this. Bro, y'all always do this, man.
Brian, oh my God.
Bro, he is tripping. I told you I couldn't even post that. I couldn't even post that because he's tripping, bro. Bro.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Y'all need help, I swear.
No, for real though, shout out to the Lions fans. Like I said, my man's King, he started this little chat and he just put all of the Lions fans in it. And we were just talking so much about the Lions. I'm like, man, I gotta talk to my team. Because I told y'all about Jared Goff and I told y'all about this team. I was like, look, our coaching staff is great, but that's it. And so I just had to come over here and have some fun with y'all, man. Herman Moore blessed us with his presence today, so that was a good thing, man. Make sure you guys, like I said, that app is gonna be big. It's gonna be a big deal. Make sure you download it, and we here, man. Shout out to Wilbur Sports, DSA, my man King, man, and everybody on the grind with the Lions fans, man. We out.
All right, peace.